It's not fair.
You're the worst.
You can't be like, we can't talk about this on the air.
No,
we
we
really
can't
don't have
talk about-
anything to talk about.
We have plenty to talk about.
It's not.
Good evening, everyone.
We can't talk about a nose hair.
Yeah,
but
you're
we
like,
talk
there's
about your,
nose hair sticking out of my. You're always looking in my nose hairs.
I like looking.
What
in
is
your
the
nose.
problem?
You're always looking in my holes. I'm always looking in yours. It's marriage.
Sometimes I'm not as much looking as.
I don't know what the fuck you're doing. It seems like you're spelunking. Sure. Welcome to Marital Hate.
Yeah,
I'm Stacey.
I'm Doug. Thank you for
too.
joining this miraculous meeting of the minds. Oh,
I didn't mean to hit that, but it is.
Well,
it is
it's
quite
apropos.
telling.
Welcome. It's what it was today, Tuesday.
Tuesday after holiday weekend.
Yeah, so it's like a Tuesday, Monday.
We are not coming in hot. I don't know about you guys, but it feels like Friday. It feels like Thursday. I don't know why. The thing is,
It also feels like the surface of the moon. Surface of Venus today. It's like a hotter.
it's
a little hot. So we have Tracy here. She says, "Hey, what's up, peeps?" And then Cindy Bennett is here, nice and early. Usually, she just sort of lollygags in with her bad foot in her Jeep. I don't even know,
dude,
Cindy. I'm giving her a hard time.
I have a Jeep story for you today, my friend.
She said, "Tracy says we're looking at tan." Yes, we went to the beach today.
It's Tuesday, right? So we had not left the house in 8 days.
We had not left.
Last
Jules
time.
is here, West Coast.
Hey,
What's
Jules,
up?
what's up, girl?
Look at that photo.
Hey, actually, it's so fucking funny that like the three of you are the first to comment because all three of you are dealing with your own health shit in various ways right now, and I just want you to know I'm always holding you, and I'm dealing with health shit. I'm holding y'all in my heart, and I'm wishing you nothing but healing. And if you're struggling, and you're awake in the middle of the night, give me a call. The only time, and it's funny because I was talking to Tracy very briefly before the podcast.
Yeah.
The only time I really can't talk is right before we go on the air with fucking the podcast, and we were having problems with Canva tonight.
Oh, and Donna's here. She's having
breakdown.
her husband's having health issues.
Yeah,
what is it?
see?
Are you like the curse of the Bambino, or what are you?
I think
over
I
there?
might be. The
Yeah,
Rousers.
don't call me at night. Daddy needs sleep over here.
You call me. You just call my phone. The Rousers are at NYC.
Rousers NYC. Look at that.
You know
Little-
what? They
little
haven't
Tommy.
missed a party yet.
Rousers.
Rousers, if you heard Doug's new
I
song.
think I sent both Bill and little Tommy the song and never heard back.
What the fuck is this?
I don't know. Oh, that's your lip gloss that you did.
Hang on.
Hang on. She's gonna do something. So, hang on. Yeah, you might want to keep. It's like a new thing, everybody. What now?
I don't know how to do this
I'm
without
sorry.
showing the entire internet my kids, but I'm already showing them to the whole neighborhood.
Well,
Why not?
those kids over there appreciate it. I'm sorry. It's like a Rorschach test. It's a Rorschach test, I think.
I'm wrong. What's wrong with me?
Good night, folks. So good to perfect, man. Oh my goodness.
Somehow, the fucking Color Street lipstick, as you may recall, I left the Color Street lipstick out here since Friday in the blazing Florida sun. I used this lip balm for 2 minutes and somehow
it
managed
gloops all
to...
over you. You just glooped all over yourself.
Does anybody want a slightly stained t-shirt?
Don't even
Do you want
try.
a titty lipstick painting? What does this look like to you? We'll take it to the psychiatrist that you're going to have to see after watching this podcast because we're out of our fucking minds.
It's like a peacock. All right,
I
so
want to see your peacock.
Julie says thank you for being available 24/7 to chat.
You have my number. Anybody else needs to just message
and
me.
Tracy is holding us in her heart. And then Jules said that's something to look forward to. I think she probably left. She's like she saw the talking titties and like I'm out.
I can't blame her.
Yeah, she well when she's really doing a pep talk, she does a great job. All right, folks. I think I gotta go get that toilet brush and you can just stick it.
Oh, I bought Doug a Trump toilet brush.
Oh,
but we
you
left
did.
in Massachusetts.
She's the lighthouse. Wait, Stacy is the lighthouse beacon of the gimps.
You're not wrong.
I don't even know if we can say that. That might be a little.
I mean,
Why are you using the very, very expensive sunburn spray?
It's not very, very
to
expensive.
remove lip
But
gloss from.
I have sunburn and I have.
Oh my goodness!
This is never coming off. It's long wearing lipstick.
Well,
Can you just motorboat me and get it on your face? Come on.
Not with all those chemicals you just. Let me see. Look at. Oh, that's a stain. That's not good.
It's like,
Yeah.
It's like a clown face.
Donna liked the titty shot, and Tracy is
You're
laughing
welcome,
around about the talking boobs.
Somebody has to make a clip of that for my friend Christina because she always thinks my boobs are funny.
Donna thinks your napkin made look like pink sperm. Jules says this makes 0 sense? ? Yes, it does. How the hell did it get on the shirt? I don't know how she does it.
It's a liquid.
Folks,
It's a liquid to powder lipstick that I've been using forever. Never had to do that before. Poured out everywhere. My friend Shannon had sent me a Color Street lipstick. I left it outside. Lipstick.
Yeah, you
left
need,
it in the sun since Friday. No problems with it.
You
This
need
shit,
child safe lipstick if that's even a thing. So
hammer.
she thought this looked like a handprint on the ass of some sort. Like, ooh.
Well.
And Cindy says, or she was saying thank you for the boob shot. Let me off.
Oh,
Yeah, it was liquid. It was like a liquid thing, but like usually those have like some sort of stopper thing. Like, you pull the thing out and it has like a stopper so it doesn't come pouring out. Don't buy cheap Chinese.
Do you
cosmetics.
guys want to subscribe to my OnlyFans or not? That's all I want to know.
I can't even like.
Mama's got bills,
All right,
son.
We start with that. How do we even go forward from that?
Take your dick out. What? They would love it. Even the lesbians.
Nobody's gonna love it.
I actually offered to send Tracy a picture of you naked one day for some reason. I can't remember what it was. And she was like,
I'm sorry. You
I
know
don't
what?
get
In
to see
advance,
that.
anybody watching this, anybody corresponding with my wife, I apologize in advance. because
$49.95.
You never know what
I'll
the hell's
send you
gonna
a picture,
happen.
whatever the fuck you want.
No.
Doug in the sauna, done. Doug in a woman's bathing suit, done. Doug in
Hey, I did that as a favor to you because you wanted me to try it on so you can see what it looked like.
It's true.
And it looks fabulous.
There's actually videos of him trying on my clothes on the internet. Then there was also
The things you do when your wife is sick and miserable and needs to be cheered up. I'm not apologizing for it.
I also have pictures of you wearing eyeliner and Skeletor underoos and high heels singing Raspberry Beret.
No, it was Kiss. It was Prince's.
Oh, you're right.
Kiss.
It was Kiss. That is the noise he makes whenever he refers to my vagina. He goes,
It's like, it's down in your, I don't know
every
why.
time.
It's a Jonathan Winters
Normal
thing.
people say
Jonathan
vagina.
Winters used to do that all
Lady
the time,
Cha-Cha.
and he's like the greatest.
Gucci. What
All right,
other names
so-
for vagina do you have?
I don't know.
Your Deathly Hallows. Your Narnia. Your Cavernous Secrets. What? Platy's here?
Platy's here. He
What's
says,
up?
Greets, what did I miss? Oh my God. Platty, I'm glad you came in late because you seem like a nice guy. You don't need to see this stuff. And Sydney says, my husband's holy fuck. I'm not the only one who has to apologize for the wife behavior beforehand. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Like, you seem to have like these like soul twins in like a lot of these folks.
Feral women, they're my people. Let's be in a commune as hippies.
And,
Risa says I should be a cult
that is
leader.
awesome.
Tracy says I should be a cult leader. I'm totally down. If it's
And,
what the people want.
And Cindy says, Platty, you miss boobs.
Yeah, no. So Platty, I got some lip gloss between my boobs. And it was a lot worse. And I changed my shirt. And then I made my tits talk.
I believe they call that clown face.
But you can always, it's called clown face when you eat your wife out when she's got a period. That's what it's called. You can look it up on the internet. I don't.
Get a
So
hysterectomy.
you're just going to have a.
What if I need to do that, if I feel a need to go and have that kink, I have to go elsewhere.
You're not going elsewhere. You had your shot.
What are you
I had
talking about?
fibroids and polycystic ovarian syndrome. I don't
Gross.
know.
Nobody's going down there with all that
What's
stuff
your
going on.
Fucking obsession with menstruation. This man is obsessed with
No,
menstruation.
I'm really not.
You just said you wanted to get clown face and you were going to have to.
I
cheat
said
to get
if it's something you can no longer
it.
give me.
You've done it already.
I don't remember any of that. Such nonsense. No way.
Okay, well,
No way. Didn't happen.
Why are you obsessed with menstruation? Are you jealous?
Well,
because
I've
you
come
didn't-
up with a
Do you wish you had a
solid
period?
solution.
What is that?
The tank, the menstrual tank. And for an add-on feature, you can get the compressor
Listen.
and make yourself a menstrual
Listen.
diamond.
Listen,
It's genius,
Listen.
folks.
there were some adamant concerns expressed about the flora of the vaginas involved. They wanted you to know
Don't
that
you think the fine people at menstrualtank.com have thought about your flora,
can't.
fauna, and that of all women? It's, you know what? I think that's insulting to even think that they did not
Okay,
think
so
of that.
so this
They're specialists.
the fuck is this podcast even about? People ask me all the time, what is this podcast about? And usually there's a small child but nearby, which happened today, And I'm like, and I want to say it's a fucked up podcast for fucked up people. And if you're here, that means you're fucked up and we like you. But also, you know, I don't know if you've read the disclaimer on the bottom of the screen, but we're crazy people. Well, I'm a crazy person. He's, you know, boring old white man.
Well, I did get all that privilege throughout my life. White man.
Getting hand-me-down sneakers from Buzz and living in Worcester. And by the way, if you happen to be from a town that was like, I don't know, had its issues, had great parts to it, great people from it, but the town itself had some issues. Like I grew up Fall River. I went to St. Anne's Elementary there.
Hey, they have a thriving Amazon warehouse now.
Yeah, Amazon's doing all these commercials for Fall River, and they're like, here's a picture of a park in Fall River. Let's share that park.
And they go bird watching.
Picture of a street, and we have birds in Fall River. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. That's not the point. He off of Doug's album is a song called Hard Luck Town. It's about where he grew up in Worcester. But I think a lot of us grew up in towns like that. You know, if you grew up in a city that you know, your family didn't have a lot of money, like there's a lot of hard luck towns in America, except, you know, it like in the song you say there's a town with a name you probably can't pronounce it anyway.
There's a town without a name. You probably can't pronounce it anyways because nobody can pronounce Worcester.
Yeah,
Worcester,
well, because you spell it in a fucked up way. It's really all
I didn't invent it.
I think you might have. I think you invented the alphabet because you're so old.
But my thing, the whole reason behind that song was that everything that like Worcester tried to do to ignite its like popularity or to draw people in or whatever would always last a couple years and then it would just go on to the next thing. Like, for instance, the Centrum.
Yes.
It was big. It was big. And then guess what happens? They rebuild the garden.
Didn't the Beastie Boys and Madonna play the Centrum?
Beastie Boys and Madonna played. Yeah, because in the mid 80s, it was the place. It was drawing all the big tours. And then guess what happened? Great Woods and then TD Garden got built.
Now they call Great Woods something else.
Yeah,
it's like called like
Great Woods.
Polly Pocketville or some shit like that. We don't really know. Polly Pocket Tweederville. A Circuit City Center, Leechmere, Filene's Basement. We don't fucking know. It's had a lot of names.
You got to put at the end, the S.
It's all right, the garden, and it's in the Great Woods.
So getting back to the song title, Hard Luck Town. So apparently when the planners of Worcester got together, the pike was going to go right through it. So if you got pike right in the middle, now it goes to Auburn. You have to go down. You can't get to Worcester.
You have to take 146.
You could go 146. You can go to like 290 to whatever. Yeah. You can't get there from here.
These people have comments, so get to your point.
All right. Well, I'm going to make my point. So what happened was back in the day, some idiot from Worcester got in a fight with somebody from the Turnpike Committee, and they said, "Screw you guys! We're not going through Worcester. We're going around Worcester."
Wasn't Worcester also like very mobbed up? Like, isn't that the movie American Hustle was based on? Worcester?
It wasn't. No, it was filmed in Worcester. It wasn't based on Worcester.
I'm just assuming it's based on Worcester.
So from that point on, then we're always Boston's. They were always Boston's weaker, younger sister, ugly, whatever. Then they would get this restaurant, and then that would
from Fall River.
Yeah, no, it was very much the same thing. Not even talking about the whole fact that it was a mill town and it was the thriving metropolis of industrial goodness. Anyway, so fast forward to my time there, everything closes down, everything this, and I guarantee, like so many towns have done this. I mean, look at most of Pennsylvania, most of Appalachia.
You're just going to piss off Pennsylvanians right now.
Well,
I don't know if Appalachians have television.
Coal mine closes down. Okay. They got a hard luck town.
What do we have?
All right, so we're going back. So Platty's going to miss. He'll rewatch tomorrow.
You can rewatch it after the pod too.
Yeah. And Cindy says, well, feral hippie Jeep introverted with the occasional extroverted moment. Yep, we kind of come in packs. Now, when the fuck are we hanging out in real life? No, well, not with that language, young lady.
So herein lies the problem. Would you like to hear the problem?
Introvert. Why are you introverted? We'll fix that. No, we're going to fix that.
Herein lies the problem. Actually, it came up at the beach today. We're terrible at making plans, especially keeping plans because of my illness. But do you want to meet at the beach on Sanibel next Tuesday? Because we could probably do that.
Oh, maybe. That's an invitation. Dame of all dames, Ann Walker's here.
Says hello, girl.
She's great.
Hey, girl.
And on the heels of that, we have Cindy saying, I'm so happy I don't have a drippy cooter once a month anymore.
Me too.
Good on you.
Me too. Oh, that's what I wanted to ask you.
What's that?
So you know how I'm like menopausal and stuff. What? It's just a question.
I'm not sure I signed up for this.
You did when you married me. You met me on our first date. You were like, You have to stop talking. I can't get a word edgewise. I'm trying to impress you, some shit like that. So you did know what you were getting into.
Yeah, somewhat.
Okay. So I, as your wife,
Yes.
am here. I am here with a question.
Okay.
Okay, so you've had access to my vagina for some time now.
Apparently, yes.
And it has gone through some changes throughout that time. Not necessarily the vagina on the exterior part of it, but the inner workings. Has the exterior part stayed primarily the same? Labia and labium minora and whatnot? Clitoris? No, I'm serious.
I guess.
What are you, not paying attention? You got your face up in there, spelunking, ready to go. Has it changed or not?
No, I guess not. No.
Tracy, you've been with Bex 30 years. Has her parts changed
The
at all?
outside. It's not like one of those apple heads that you do and put it in the oven and it shrinks up. It's not like a shrinky dink.
Well, that's the second part of my question. Now that I'm going through menopause, and it's been quite some time now, and I'm getting drier and drier, and you keep telling dad jokes, and that makes my puss dry up. What is it? Do you feel like you're like, do you have to like pour, like you're like with like a little water in your mouth while you do it? Because it's like so dry. It's like the Sahara Desert. Do you feel like you're drinking, like licking sand? Or is that only
yes,
when we...
it's like licking sand. That's why I hate doing it. And I always complain about it. It's like, it's like sandpaper. It's like a cat's tongue now. Holy shit.
Okay, first of all, I know for a fact.
It tastes like rubbing alcohol.
I know for a fact.
It's in sandpaper. By the way,
how did rubbing alcohol come into this?
I don't know. I was trying to think of something that tastes bad. So here's the thing. She comes home from the beach today.
Sand.
She couldn't tell if the shells in the sand were from today or last time
week.
she wore the suit. But it went through the wash.
So you do the laundry. Maybe you should try harder.
Maybe, yeah.
Also,
I'm sorry. I don't
it would be advantageous to no longer put swimsuits in the dryer.
I did not put the swimsuit in the dryer.
You're so smart.
So Jules's first concert was first concert I saw was Madonna and Beastie Boys. What was your first concert?
Milli Vanilli.
Milli motherfucking.
But Young
Vanilli.
MC opened. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Young MC, Bust a Move,
Bust a
Principal's
Move.
office.
And then she says it was
normal.
1985, first Sunday in June. I was in Worcester at that time. I could not get tickets to that show. It was a little crazy, and nobody had ever heard of the Beastie Boys at that point. Yeah. They're like, who are they? Who the hell are they?
Oh, God.
Cindy says, we're terrible at making plans also. We still work Monday through Friday. What? Why? Just milk the government like this.
We're not milking. Actually, we're at the point now where we're like, shit, should we be milking the government? Like, we got problems.
And then Cindy says, my first concert was Blake Shelton, who is like, how old are you? 12?
Yeah, she's like 12. She's got to be like 12.
Damn you.
But she's got like kids and stepkids and stuff, I think.
Oh.
I don't know if she has stepkids. I know she has kids.
I'm not going to besmirch her for being young. I'm just going to be sad that I'm not young.
Everyone lets besmirch Doug for being old. What is the line from Perfectville again?
What?
I keep getting older. You keep getting younger. You know.
I keep getting older, but keep looking younger. When I'm getting over, you're just getting under. So basically, I've already gone through your little fad, and now I'm over it.
It's kind of true. Jules says my mom gave us concert tickets for an Easter basket. My brother would get cigarettes. Listen, the bitch is crazy, and I have no desire to see her in concert at this point. But fuck,
I'd rather have that than cigarettes.
Madonna and the
that was
Beastie
the
Boys
Like a Virgin tour, wasn't it?
Yeah,
And I worked right across the street at a movie theater. I worked right across the street.
Wasn't it Tommy Little Tommy Milmore, who is no longer watching?
Little Tommy was in a band.
They had a practice space with Madonna.
Yeah, they had a practice space with Madonna. They played Max's Kansas City with Madonna opening for them, and then we opened for them when they came to Worcester. And so it's like,
and they like you better.
Well, Tom still stops by the podcast here, so I would assume.
Madonna,
I don't see him going to any Madonna shows.
And Madonna wouldn't give him an extension cord. Goddamn bitch. Cindy says, because I have to give those milkers their benefits. Well, I'm on disability. But milk. I also put that money into the system, and I also paid. We've been paying close to 40% income taxes for the last at least 10 years, if not longer. So. I've overpaid.
So Cindy has 2 adult children.
Yeah, so you must be older. I don't know. How old are you? Just tell us. We asked Courtney if she took it in the pooper. Like, you can answer this question. Side note, I'm sad.
You asked everybody if they took it.
Oh, yeah, I want to know. I want to know.
She doesn't. No.
Where is Courtney? Randall's taking a little break. I talked to him briefly today. Right. I talked to Nicole a little today. I talked to Hookah Bob a little today, but very, very briefly. That was pretty much everything. And then we hear Debbie says, I don't remember going to any concerts. Maybe Willie Nelson.
Oh,
Okay, hear me out.
that's pretty heavy hitting right there, Debbie.
Hear me out.
Mm.
June 29th. We are the only fucking concert I could be more excited to go to than the concert we're going to on June 29th would be you selling out the Worcester Centrum.
And having the Beastie Boys open.
Well, there's only like one left.
Oh. No, there's two left. There's two left.
How many Beastie Boys are left?
There's two left. There was only the one guy. He was also one of the good ones, but just saying.
2 members.
Yeah.
Yep. Adam.
What if they got
Ad Rock
together
and
with Paul McCartney and Ringo? That would be good.
I would love that.
That would be
But
good.
we are going to a concert on June 29th that I can't even believe we're going to. Muck Sticky is doing a 4-hour dolphin cruise. So me, Doug, and Hookah Bob are going to go hang out on the Muck Sticky cruise, and we're going to have a real good time. I'm so excited. You can't even.
Nobody
fucking
knows who
believe it.
Muck Sticky is, but he's making a Guinness Book of World Records on Thursday. He's releasing 10 albums on the same day.
Also, Muck Sticky, by the way, like just fucking. He actually did a children's album, but a lot of his stuff is about weed and sex, which basically this podcast.
That's right up your alley.
And the man is just brilliant. He's a member of Mensa. He takes care. He helps out with his mom and his sister. I think he takes care of him. I mean, he said that he takes care of his mom and his sis. He's worn pajamas like 8,000 days.
8,000 days.
Crazy amount of time. He had a friend who passed away. And he was trying to figure out what to wear to the funeral, and he's like, "You don't give a fuck what I wore to the funeral." And pajamas, it became. And so, and he was on $5 cover on MTV, but he set this new thing. He's releasing 10 albums. I believe it's on the 31st at once. It's a Guinness Book of World Record. And I am here wearing the bracelet he took off his wrist and gave to me at the show that we saw 2 weeks ago.
Stage worn, right there.
Stage worn by Muck Sticky. We bought a t-shirt. I got autographs. Like, I'm obsessed with the man. And he was so nice.
And he did not disappoint.
He hugged me like 3 times. I'm going to cry. He hugged me like 3 times, and he told me he loved my Jeep, and he told me he loved my dreadlocks. And I just love him.
That's so nice. All right. So I don't know who Debbie is. Do we know Debbie?
No, Debbie and I were chatting today. She does she's
a business task writer, which I like that title, by the way.
Virtual assistants, which I would fucking love to have a virtual assistant. We just don't have the
I might become somebody's virtual assistant. I want to get some design work soon.
We're gonna don't manifest that, but we're we're going to the podcast is going to be doing great, and we're going to need to hire somebody to handle things.
We'll get that.
The podcast is doing better
up
all the time.
It's blown up.
Tell your friends. We appreciate you. Like, share, follow, subscribe.
Cindy will be 39 in July, and my husband will be 47. I was 39 in 2004.
So I'm your husband's age. I'm going to be 48 in July, and then I'm
your dad's age, Cindy.
Grandpa, whatever.
Grandpa's age.
Jules says, "Wow, that cruise sounds awesome, girl. Fly in.
Fly on down." Oh, Jules could do it too. She's a jet setter right there.
Yeah, it's in St. Petersburg. You get on the
Dolphin
cruise.
Tampa,
4 hours.
Cruise.
Boom. You want to crash with us afterwards? You're welcome to. Cindy says, "I fucking love Muck Sticky." How did you find out about Muck Sticky? Was it from me or did somebody else tell you?
It was probably from you. Yeah, because you're.
She said he ripped his pants at the funeral, and all he had available was PJ pants and hasn't taken them off yet. How do you know about Muck Sticky? I thought we were the only ones. Why weren't you at we saw him?
Where were you?
A week and a half ago up in
Bradenton.
Bradenton. It was actually like right on the Bradenton line, and then we're going to see him at St. Petersburg on the 29th. Tickets are 85.
Open bar is 100.
Without open bar is 100. I gotta go open bar, not because we're big drinkers, although I might get fucked up on that cruise. I want to buy people drinks, and I want to they said there will be a cooler for water. I'm like, I don't trust it anymore.
She says she learned about him through TikTok. And
he did the fuck off song.
He was probably working, and she was probably working. She's always working, but that's all right because she's making it rain.
So we're like right now. So Doug was doing quite well in the job he had, and he lost his job, and thank God the kids are adults now. But we I don't know what just happened over there. Am I having
somebody drove by and slowly, and then they left.
All right. So Doug lost his job last year. Going on a year?
No, in 22.
2022.
Going on almost.
Then started his own thing, and it was doing really good. And then he had a major client, multi-million-dollar client that we need to fucking serve with a fucking demand letter that still owes us 10 grand. We had to chase them for like 30 grand. It's craziness. So we've got some money in savings, and right now Doug's still applying for jobs and still doing some graphic design projects here and there. Like we had $1,000 come in today. Woohoo!
It was 1,800.
1,800. Yeah, but our rent alone is 23. And we don't really have any debt or bills, but it's still groceries alone. So we're living lean and living out of savings, and we're really putting everything we have into the podcast. And if it doesn't work out, we're going to need to come live with one of you guys. So Trace, it's a good thing you got that RV out back.
Well, Sydney's nearby. We can always just go like live in the Jeep in her driveway.
Yeah, she's gonna appreciate me sitting home all day on my fat ass.
She says when I'm not working, I'm watching your podcast, or we're on the motorcycle. Aww. That's what we're either in the Jeep, the beach, or here, or Costco. The Costco.
Sometimes we go to church. I've been to church in 5 weeks. That's how crappy I felt. I forced myself.
Jules says do a GoFundMe for the podcast. You want to hear what the last GoFundMe we did? We did a GoFundMe when Stacy was diagnosed a little bit, probably a year after diagnosis, when her or 2 or 3 years later, as the antibiotics were not working, et cetera. We did a GoFundMe because there was a treatment program in Germany where they heat your body, and when you heat your body to a certain temperature, 108 degrees, something like that?
Yeah.
They will it kills all the Lyme bacteria, and then they cool you back down.
They cool your head the whole time. It's just your body.
Yeah, it's like this insane protocol thing that they don't do here. You have to go over there. So we did a GoFundMe for that, and guess what happened? Not only did we not make our anywhere close to our number,
we were able to pay some medical bills.
We used it for supplements and herbal treatment and some further testing.
But
and
I was getting death threats, literally death threats.
Yeah, and so and then we got death threats from the GoFundMe. But Julie's friend said her friend did it only killed 2 or 4 bacteria. Yeah, that's they found recently that it really doesn't. My
doctor doesn't believe my heart could have handled it, so it's
it was like $49,000. Yeah, so we
it's expensive. We were actually trying to take myself and my 2 daughters who have a Lyme diagnosis, had a Lyme. I don't know what their health situation is now. But yeah, so it's Lyme disease. It's Lyme disease awareness month, and people were really mean, and it's so. I'm not trying to be all like poor me or whatever, but like I see people do fundraisers all the time for like things that like, people either should have the money for, or insurance will cover, or there's charities in place that will help them. And it was really ugly.
It was mean because you were sick. And we're like, all right, we're at our wits' end here. We got to try anything. And she says, sorry that people suck.
I know.
Not all people suck though. Like
there are some
amazing people out there.
Because there's people we knew that had nothing to give, and they helped out. So it was like $5,000, and that people donated total. And so my supplements at the time were $500 a month.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Doctor's appointment.
And then there was and then we had doctor's appointments. It was like $800 out of pocket.
It was just crazy every time. Yeah. So at this point, I'm basically self-treating. We do see. I have been seeing Dr. Kelly Lewis. I'm not sure how I feel about that. She doesn't think I have Lyme. We'll see about that. But I've been sick for a very long time. Plus, people just being really mean to me, and financial struggles, and being a burden on Doug, and my kids don't talk to me. It has been rough. And I will tell you that I went out and bought a helium tank and all the accoutrement I needed, and was completely prepared to kill myself, wrote my obituary and everything, sat Doug down, told him that I wanted to go to Disney World and that I wanted to kill myself. This motherfucker cried like a bitch.
I didn't cry.
So
I was a man about it. I was like, look.
And I'm still here as a result.
You're going to stick
begrudgingly.
To it. We're going to do a podcast. This is what I told you. I said, sit down. I said, you were going to do a podcast. You're going to swim with dolphins.
Nope. That's not what happened.
No. My mind.
You cried like a bitch.
God forbid, I don't want my wife to put a bag over her head and breathe in helium.
It's a turkey bag, Doug.
And a turkey bag.
And I'm a jive ass turkey, so get behind it. All right, so I think what had happened was I told you I wanted to go to Disney World and then kill myself. You cried like a bitch. And I said, fine, but you have to have a better attitude. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, but over the course of the last year, I have told him that he has to have a better attitude many a time.
Here's the
And I
thing.
wanna go
Maybe
to
I just
Disney
didn't
for
want
my
to go to
fucking
Disney
birthday.
with you because last time I went to Disney with you, I walked 35 miles in 7 days.
If you
That's more than a marathon, folks.
If you go to Disney, you should go to Disney with me.
Oh my God, she's got the app going. She's
We go to the best restaurants. We go on every ride.
Well, we went.
We
We'll
don't
just say
wait
that.
in line. That's how it goes with
Money.
me. With me. So if you guys want to have, you know what? So here's the thing. You know, people hire like people that are all tweaked out to be on their DAS pass, like me.
It's terrible.
But now
Don't
they changed
encourage
it. It
that
has to be
behavior.
immediate family members. So
Oh.
herein lies the problem.
We have to change our name to
You
whoever
have to
takes
change
us.
your name. That's fine.
Whoever
I'm totally
takes
down with
us.
that.
Yeah.
I'm totally down with that. I hear I fucking love these people.
So I think we're.
Cindy says, I gotta be back. I gotta put the crotch goblins to bed. I thought
What is it with you guys?
Well, you
and
said you
calling
had
chi-
adult
these are
kids.
children. Oh,
How do you have? Do you have? You can't have. Do you have grandchildren? I don't
maybe
even
she
fucking
has
know.
adult children, but they have children that are younger together. Who
Or
knows?
she has actual goblins in her crotch.
Ooh, we're sorry about that.
Or her children had children and she's forced to contend with them, or enjoys contending with them. But it sounds like she's running around like
I don't.
crazy
I don't.
with them.
I think it's disrespectful to the children to call them crotch goblins
No, I think it's
because it
accurate.
looks like they would crawl back in your crotch.
Actually, it's
at
really
night.
funny, and I haven't gotten to this yet, and I can't believe I haven't. I don't think I'm allowed. I don't know that I'm allowed to share a picture, so I will not share a picture. But I will tell you, my friend Kristen, Nation's Family, who also often comes to the podcast, who was just here visiting, is a grandma.
Baby was born.
Yeah, baby
Unto
was
the world.
sometime before 3, but like in the wee hours,
Nobody had time for that.
they were talking about doing a C-section, but mama and baby are doing great. Baby went to the NICU for just a few minutes just to get checked out because he was in the birth canal for a while, but everything is copacetic. Everybody's good. Grandma is over the moon. Saw a picture of the baby.
Baby is beautiful.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Like there are babies that are like born and they look like,
They look like a
And then-
boxer after a
yeah,
bad defeat.
most babies are not cute when they're newborn, but this baby was cute when they were newborn. Actually, I have to say all of my kids were adorable as newborn
except
babies.
for that one with the full head of hair. That
No, it was hilarious.
looked like
People
one
thought
of the
that
Three Stooges.
people would stop me and ask me if I had a wig on my baby. Like a 2-day-old baby.
Do you
People,
have
"Do
a
you
wig on that baby? Yes, I do.
Oh,
I
you
was.
little fucking
I'm
hair.
so vain that I have to put a wig
Mhm.
on my baby.
I don't know. We've been watching the Real
Who
Housewives.
comes up with that?
We've been watching the Real Housewives of Atlanta. And those bitches would definitely
well,
put a wig on a baby.
Phaedra named her son Mr. President.
The other one is Prince.
Um,
Jules said hugs
She said
and
hugs.
Dahoot Motorsports.
Hey, what's up?
Wait, is doubt him?
Doubt it. Doubt it.
I don't know how
doubt
to say
it.
it, but we fucking.
doubt it.
He says we love you too, dude.
Hey.
We're so glad you're here. I
Yeah.
don't think we've met before, but we can support you in
We
some
might
way.
have met. We
if
don't-
you would
We're
enjoy
high.
to-
No, she's high most of the time.
I am high
And
a
I
lot.
don't remember shit.
He's old, but
But
if
we
you,
like. If you like us, we like you.
listen, we love to support other small businesses and creators. If you ever want to do some sort of cross promotion, want to come on the podcast, we could talk about that.
I
we're
want to hear
just
more
glad-
about these motorsports. It sounds
Yeah,
fun.
well, I got a fucking problem. You might be able to help. Okay, it's not really a motorsports problem. I'm probably like this is probably like me asking a plumber and electrician question, but I'm going to ask anyway. I have a 2011 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited. It's a sport. It's the stripped down version, stick shift, no doors, no top. They're in the garage.
It's barely hanging on.
It's barely hanging. 220,000 miles on it. Tony cries every time he looks at it. Tony's our mechanic who comes to the house. Love him. Wait till you see my redneck Ingenuity Jeep top holder. It's fire. Not the point. The point is that my Jeep radio, the little aux cord place, has gotten yanked on one too many times because I had a kid that would always stand on the goddamn cord no matter how much I asked her to check. Sometimes he would do it too. And Zach and other people that would
Not
ride in
even
my
riding
Jeep.
that thing.
So the whole aux cord is all wobbly now, and so it cuts in and out. I don't need a radio. All I want is to be able to plug in my phone and have it charge while playing music at the same time.
You're just asking way too many.
So I want.
questions.
And I would ideally like it to be as like simple as possible, ideally waterproof. Do you know of a product? Because I don't even begin to know where to start. And Cindy says, "Fucking kids, gotta love them." But well, that was so. This woman who's having this baby, she's 8.5 centimeters. She gets the I'm getting the play-by-play. She said 8.5 centimeters, and she gets the
That epidural.
that epidural. which slows labor to a crawl. So then they break her water, which speeds things up again. I don't know if I'm supposed to be talking about this. And then she finally has the baby, the poor thing. But the whole time, you know, I was thinking about I've totally lost my train of thought because the weed just kicked in.
The whole time, about the baby, epidural,
Nope.
breaking the water.
The baby is here. Oh, the mom, the quote that I got from my friend that was the funniest is that she didn't want to be in pain. She didn't want to be in any pain. I'm like, girl, the least painful part of motherhood is childbirth. Just so you know.
Yeah.
Any woman out there will tell you. How old are your kids? If you have like a 2-year-old, you might still be upset about the birth.
Sounds like a woman who had C-sections. Just saying. I
am telling you, childbirth is the least painful part of motherhood. And I talked to my friend who gave birth at home in a bathtub today, and she agreed with me.
She's out of her mind. You can't go by
anybody. The woman is a goddamn doctor.
By C-section Melinda over here, and you can't go by bathtub Betty.
How many times have you been a mother or birthed a child?
I've seen 2 births in my life.
Have you had a birth?
I've seen 2 births in my life. Of my big head children.
The vagina whisperer over here with his menstruation miracles. Now he knows about childbirth too. Why don't you mansplain that to me, please? Old white man.
Okay, you know how big your vagina is?
I kept asking you about my vagina today. You couldn't answer any questions.
Do you know how big a baby's head is?
Yeah. Depends on the baby, but yeah. I mean, like a Polish baby?
Side of like grapefruit
like our
size.
friends with the Polish babies with the massive basketball heads who should apologize to their mother, who has to take it in the pooper now because she can't feel anything.
Yeah. Well, we got off track.
What were you saying? You were telling me things about my vagina.
I don't care how elastic or whatever is going down there.
Yeah.
That baby's not. That baby is doing havoc when it comes out of there.
I understand, but do you remember what it was like raising children for me and everything I've been through with my children?
I can only go by my darling children that had no problems whatsoever and have grown up to be a fine, outstanding young man that got no.
I love my stepsons, but they are human beings. That's all I'm going to say about that. They are human beings just like the rest of us. Everybody has their shit. I will say this. So I'm going to bring this full circle, and you're going to feel like a fucking asshole.
I already feel like a fucking asshole.
You should.
You know why?
Everybody's going to ring the bell for me.
The best thing I get going is this podcast.
What about me?
What?
What about me?
I'm sorry. I'm changing the subject now.
Okay, I'm going to go back to the beginning of the story where Doug has lost all credibility here. So I woke up. And you may have noticed tonight's podcast. We always do like a little title. By the way, we got people over. Nations is over there.
Oh, yeah, they listen.
And she says, yes. Yeah, I'm so excited for you, Kristen. Everybody is so excited. Everybody's been waiting to find out when the baby would be here. I don't know what I'm allowed to say. I don't know what I'm allowed to show. I already probably said too much. I'm so sorry.
We're erring on the side of caution over here.
Listen, they could sue me, but all I got is their wedding gift that I still have.
Oh, yeah.
Much less a baby gift.
They can sue us for the wedding gift.
Do they want the podcast? We'll just give them the rights to the podcast. I'm just kidding. They cannot have the rights to the podcast.
It's the best thing I got going, folks.
It's the best thing he's got going. So in any case, so I was super excited for my friend Kristen. But as you may have told, if you, do you guys even look at the thumbnails? By the way, because we do these thumbnails before the podcast for to advertise the podcast, and like for the live. And so I make a little cartoon every night. So tonight's cartoon said, I'm never going to be a grandma, and that makes me sad. That's what I said this morning, because I was looking at pictures of my friend, this beautiful new grandma with this beautiful new baby. So happy for her. And then, of course,
started thinking about your own family situation.
My girls don't talk. I have 4 daughters. One just got married. They don't talk to me. And so that's been really hard for me. And so this morning I said to my husband, I'm never going to be a grandma, and that makes me sad. And he said, you can be my grandma, which was funny and broke the tension at the moment. But I've been carrying that feeling with me for a long time. Obviously, when your friend has their first grandchild and their kid just got married and your kid just got married, you're gonna make those comparisons. And there's gonna be times that kind of open that wound for me. Like anytime I see a pregnant woman or a new baby, So tell me again how childbirth is more painful than motherhood.
You didn't tell me. You didn't tell the people about my funny retort to, I'm sad. I'm not going to be a grandma.
You said you can be my grandma. I said
could
it.
be your
I
grandma.
did say I said it
You can
twice.
be my grandma.
Can we get back to my point?
Your point about raising children?
I would rather they get that original chainsaw vagina thing and saw me in fucking half than deal with the pain that I'm in.
I see the pain that you're in every day.
So
It's emotional pain.
And I'm saying that while my situation is particularly extreme, I know
Heinous.
people that have worse than I do. I have a friend who's buried 2 children. And I know people that have had it better than I have. It's just motherhood is fucking hard. It's hard. So if you're out there and you're thinking about having a kid, okay, you should do that. And you should go through the childbirth as pain-free if you have a choice. And it will prepare you for what you're going to deal with the next however many years. If I could go back, I would have had a natural childbirth. I just couldn't. My Victoria was breech. I did everything I knew how to do to turn her, which included laying upside down on an ironing board for like 12 hours a day for 3 months. And then of course,
the doctor that told you to do that.
No, it's like an old wives' tale. And then of course, my friend Christina, who's a chiropractor, said, "Oh, we could have done this maneuver and turned her." And I'm like, where the fuck were you? So not the point. I would encourage you to have a natural childbirth if you're going to do it, and understand that you're taking something the size of a watermelon and pushing it out of something the size of a lemon while a whole bunch of people watch. And then they're going to tell you everything you're doing wrong for the next 20 some odd years. And then you're going to have a nice period of overlap from like the ages 12 onward, where your kid knows everything and does nothing but criticize you. It's wonderful. Motherhood. But again, I believe I was meant to be a mom. I believe I was a really good mom.
I think you're a good mom.
And I love my kids. And
for what it's worth, you're a great grandma to me.
I'm glad I can be a great grandma to you. And you know what? I'm so sad.
Now bake me some cookies.
I'm so sad that a lot of people are estranged from their families and
doilies.
don't have. But if you need family, we'll be your family. If you're here tonight, your family. It's it's like the Olive Garden, but without really bad Italian food.
And it's not really bad.
Some people like it. I like the Alfredo sauce on those breadsticks. I can't argue about that. And Nikki Baroni is here over on the Insta. I don't even know how we know Nikki Baroni.
Is Nikki Baroni Nolan's friend? Nikki? No, I don't know. That's the only Nikki I know.
I think this is an adult. Well, in any case, there's only one person watching. Could be Nikki Baroni, could be Kristen, could be the Rousers. We don't know. We do have a count.
Leave me alone, Nikki. I'm sorry, I make songs of everything.
He really does.
That's what I do.
He really does. So,
and I don't want you to leave me alone. I want you to join the podcast. It's a lot of fun.
So we know now how many people are on Instagram at any given time. We did not know before. Right. That's
so
cool.
Comments. Yeah, I think we're back. I think we're So Jules gave us a sad face or mad face up here in the thing, and I don't think she can take it back.
Can you take away that angry face and put a like a
no,
loving
I don't think
face
she can.
there?
I think it's kind of funny
because I think they ding us for anger.
No, we're just she's angry at something else.
They might ding us for anger.
No, she's angry at something else. Don't worry about it.
Just write Facebook a nice letter and tell them how much you love our podcast. It's called a review. No, actually, if anybody wants to write a review, we really appreciate it. No pressure, Jules. I'm glad you're here. And you can be mad. You can feel however you want to.
You can be mad, glad, or ashamed. Maybe that's the ashamed face.
Yeah.
Jules says, Doug, what about start consulting to small biz and help them and then AR their websites? If I could find the work. A lot of the problem is that a lot of these
people are doing it on their own. They're using
a lot of these guys on
Canva.
Yeah, they'll have their intern or somebody or like their junior staff do it on Canva or whatever. They'll even do their social on the Canva.
It's super easy now.
But here's the problem that like they still don't have the marketing strategy. They still don't have
that's the thing.
They don't have the eye for the for typography. They don't have like the eye for brand consistency. They don't have the eye for good photography, things of that nature. So
there's definitely things that you'll notice, but the primary the primary benefit that Doug offers to companies is he does strategic brand design. So he designs the brand so that the company is marketable, so it gets bought out. So the last company he marketed, he was the sole creative for, and they sold for what, 300 million?
300 mil, yeah. And so it's a great idea in theory. Like if I can get the work, I'll bang them out. Like she says, like bang them out 20 websites. But at the same time, it has to be worth the money. And at this point in time, it's not worth him taking a step. Well, I think the other thing with websites too, you have to kind of go through that whole like question and answer period. You have to figure out what they want to do, what's their brand message, how are they getting their customers, et cetera, et cetera.
But the small business owners often take a lot of hand holding, especially if they don't know what they want to do, or they have a very specific idea what they want to do, and they don't have a lot of money to spend. So those two together are not a good combination, not for the amount of money we need to make.
But I think you could even go like smaller tier and get like plumbers and places like that.
Yeah, but that's my point, is that they're gonna have smaller budgets, not gonna be able to do a lot. They can just do it on Canva. They'd be better off, honestly.
Yeah. But yeah, it's one of those things. Is like, if I could get the work, I bang this stuff out in a jiffy.
And when you work for small businesses, you always work for them for fucking free anyway.
I've done 2 logos this year for $1,000 each. Girl, and Cindy says, girl, it's a Jeep thing. My shit works some days and not on others. Ours has been, knock on wood.
Yours is newer though, right? Because mine's got 200 some odd thousand miles on it. Like, it's old and rusty because it's been in New England.
Yeah. And then she says, I have 5 kids, and you are 100% correct. A couple of them are adults.
Although I didn't have to push out.
Wow, we have a lot of comments here.
Well, catch up.
Tracy's laughing her ass off at old white man. You got that from me today too. LOL. I want to hear Doug's thoughts on AI. Graphic designers are hit and miss on liking AI. So here's the thing: it's artificial intelligence. It learns from its thing, but it's not artificial creativity. It can do some kind of neat things, but it's still like kind of wonky. Like, I did some illustrations, and people had like 2 legs, and then there was an extra leg like attached to nothing. Notorious for misspellings. I think for some of that, the ideas, it's great, but then I think you have to execute it in a different way. But I think it's and here's what happened in my career, right? Computers came in, and the Mac, and then people just like learned the Mac, but they didn't learn like graphic design theory and typography. And then the web came, and the web didn't care about design theory or anything, because when you resize a window, everything moves. And so you watch design as an art form really degrade over that time, and to now we have machines do it. You want a machine to cut your toenails? Probably not.
There's just a long way to go with it. I use the ChatGPT. We actually have the ChatGPT 4, which is the paid version. I don't think I'm gonna pay for it after this month. We have ChatGPT, and I've had to tell the fucking thing 600 times that a tweet only has 280 characters.
Dumbass.
Like, it's just not there yet. It's just not there yet, but it's going to be, and it'll mean that there's going to be a lot of work for nuisance people that can translate AI to human. It's going to be a lot of stuff in, kind of oversight of quality control with AI. That's going to be a big thing. And then, of course, there's going to be a lot of work in creativity. There's going to be a lot. Actually, Gary Vee was talking about how people will be wanting to watch the mundane. That will be people making millions of just watching people do mundane things.
I think in business and things like that, there's going to be everybody rushes to it. It's good on certain things, like machine learning, how to do something. It's fantastic. But I think there'll be a swing back towards the other way.
I think creativity.
So there's gonna be a surge.
There's gonna be a big backlash. There's gonna be a lot of people that don't want AI.
Yeah. So Cindy says she had 1 natural childbirth, and then Jules says, "Oh crap." Yeah, it's kind of, it's a little nerve-wracking. Doug, we could talk for Cindy says, Doug, we could talk for freaking hours about designing and social media. I manage a couple of Facebook pages. I hide behind them so people don't know it's me. Yeah, I would love to. I love talking about it, and I love like kind of hearing other people's opinions about it, because I think I get the best of me out of those conversations.
So Doug does Doug does our design, but then we use Canva. So I have templates that I can just go in and plug shit in. But he's a design guy through and through, branding, strategy. I do our social.
And Jules says, just a thought. Yeah, no, I'm open to anything, Jules. And you know the business. You've been around. She drives a 2012 Rubicon with 138. That's in the respectable club.
138. That's like you're just breaking it in. I'll tell you, mine
kind of dainty over there.
Like
your fanciness.
Mine is like a daytime hooker. Is really what it's like, which is funny because Cindy calls her Jeep hooker. Mine is like a daytime hooker. Hers is a hooker. Mine's in black.
It's a nighttime hooker.
Actually, hers is black too.
So Cindy loves ChatGPT. Now, here's my thing with ChatGPT.
Bad for some stuff.
You need to know how to speak to it. Like
Yeah.
we always say that ChatGPT is a little bit on the spectrum because it's like
it's on the spectrum.
so you have, and obviously we have experience in that, and so that's actually good for all of us.
I do want to.
Gary V is an amazing human. She says it bores most people, though, not necessarily podcast talk. No,
We've actually talked about it a fair amount
Yeah.
on the podcast because there's a lot of creators that watch. We're trying to figure out as we go along, and we're like, hey, this is what we learned today.
She says there's
So we do
nothing
talk about it.
dainty about the Jeep. I'm starting to think there's not a lot dainty about Cindy because she's a badass,
She is badass.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that impression. Yeah.
and
But-
that's all right with us.
So I had something I wanted to loop back on.
I don't know
what the fuck
anybody
it
that
was.
doesn't watch a show that isn't a complete and total badass.
This is not the fucking thing that I sent out on Instagram. God damn it.
Damn you!
First of all, it called this hanging with Muck Sticky, Hookah Bob, and Bonsai.
That's
So that is not that picture. You guys, as we're getting on to do the podcast, fucking Canva just keeps crashing. I was having issues with my laptop this weekend. And then we were having problems with video AI. Now we're having problems with video AI too. When I tell you that when you have a dream that you want to follow, and our dream is to do this full time for you guys, just to hang out with you night after night and try to come up with witty shit to say and work really fucking hard at it, but we're fine with that. And we only actually I want to look at my screen time.
Oh,
Because
you've been
that would tell
on
you-
your computer pretty much yeah. Today was the first day we left the house. We were
In
on it
8
all
days.
weekend. Yeah.
Although I had some issues last Friday.
Yeah, but you're still looking at your screen with one eye.
My daily average of screen time, which is only doing the podcast, 12 hours and 15 minutes daily. That's a lot.
That is a lot. That's
I think it's
That's
probably,
most of your waking
I wonder
hours.
if it's not counting my laptop because I'm on.
oh yeah.
I'm
You
usually
have
on-
both going
I'm usually on
usually.
2-3 devices at a time.
Nothing. So then always tell it what you want first. Rewrite for Twitter in 28 characters, semicolon. Then write your idea. It'll read what you want, but you need to.
I'll have to
put
add that to the
semicolon.
prompt.
Yeah.
I'll have to add the prompt. Yeah, I do. I do tell it very specific things. I tell it I need a hashtag for blah 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 because we do for all three socials. Well, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And we're working on that. And I'm also looking for a platform. I have a bunch of clips that we've already saved and a bunch of clips we got to steal out of
Vidyard.
Video AI.
Video.
And I need something that's gonna help me create or at least upload them to my social so I don't have to manually do it because 5 fucking platforms are a pain in the ass. So if you have something, I didn't want to pay the money for Hootsuite, but I know that there's similar products out there.
Hootsuite.
In any case, we do have some hashtags today. So we went to the beach. This is a fucking crazy ass story. We go to the beach like normal people go. Actually, you better upload that photo you took. We
Well,
go to the
I have a
beach.
couple. I have a short video.
Okay, but I just got to tell you this story. So we go to the beach, or does the video? Do I need to not tell my story?
It's not relative to this story.
Okay, so you go to the beach, and I'm just like looking for shells in the water. Tried to make dolphin friends. There were no dolphins today. I don't know where they are. I don't
No
know if they're in a
dolphins.
fight or what. No dolphins. It was a little wavy. I was getting pulled out a little bit. Then, so then I went in a little, was looking for shells, got chatting with a woman and her granddaughter. Nicest family you could possibly meet. And we talked about how Disney is not really for kids. And we talked about how the kids have so much energy and her granddaughter's this great swimmer. And it's this little girl's name is Riley. And she's a top swimmer at her school. And
She was the nice little girl.
nicest little girl. She's really all she thinks about swim, fun, beach, water, a girl after my own heart. And so so at one point the grandmother goes and sits down and it's just me and Riley hanging out. And so we're talking about shells. What do I have in common with a 7th grader? I can't tell her dick jokes, so we talk about other things. So I'm like,
Seventh grade boy you could talk to about dick jokes.
I am a
'cause-
7th grade boy. That's the fucking
Nah,
problem.
that's kind of a problem.
So this lovely young lady and I started talking about the shells that we found.
Yeah.
And she talked about how there were shells in this other place and this conch, and she went looking for shark teeth.
Yes.
And I said, "Oh, I know a chick. I have a friend who lives here, and she collects shark teeth. She has like 5 or 6 megalodons. She's like, yeah, my cousin Jamie does. It's the same fucking person. Same person. We have met. We went over to play euchre. We never played euchre. We hung out. We talked about shells. We talked about our crazy lives.
Big
and,
megalodon teeth, big as your hand, like big tooth.
And
Extinct species.
nicest people you could ever meet. And we've been Facebook friends. She's been to the pod many a time, liked us many times. Shout out to Jamie. You have a lovely family. I don't know why they
They're
didn't go
very
shelling
nice.
with you.
They're very nice.
They're very nice people.
So I stumbled on this. All right, so Stacy chats anybody as she does. She had to take a picture of this couple that was here from Peru.
Oh yeah, I made friends with Peruvians.
And so
I think Billy and I are in a fucking fight. I don't know what's going on.
So anyways, I took some video of this because I look up and I'm, what am I, 40 feet away from you guys? And I hear, I know a guy in Peru who can take you for ayahuasca. So now it's like, oh no, I like ayahuasca. Oh no, you shouldn't try it.
No, her son did ayahuasca in California.
Yeah.
And she's never done it. And I said, well, she said, I didn't know you could do it here. I said, I only paid $500 to do it in New Hampshire, but here in Cape Coral, it'll cost you a few thousand. I said, it's in Orlando, SoQuest, which they had a death there at one point, but it was, I know people that were there for it. Supposedly the guy was like on other stuff and lied and like was chugging water. It was a whole thing.
It was a thing. Anyways, I just thought it was interesting that you meet these people from Peru. 5 seconds later, you're talking about.
Well, I wanted
ayahuasca.
to tell you the story. So she had asked me about it, and I was telling her. I said, most people purge, some people cry, some people laugh. I laughed like a fucking hyena. The shaman told me to shut the fuck up, and she was very nice, and she was very interested in Billy from Peru. Billy, where are you?
He's in Machu Picchu. We saw it. His post.
I don't know.
We understand.
Fucker.
All right, we gotta get back to
Went to the beach.
Yeah, but I want to get Cindy's comments because they're lengthy.
Okay.
So Cindy says, y'all random. I got bored Saturday and literally was half tempted to message Stacy and be like, send me your address. I'm coming over. But I stopped myself because didn't know if you were random like that.
That's fine. Totally fine.
If you show up here, there might be titties. It's probably like an 80%,
Saturday
85%.
Was Saturday. I was in a puddle on Saturday.
Oh yeah, Saturday.
No, Saturday I worked all day.
Sunday, because you were starting to feel better. Yeah.
Sunday I got up and I had to take drugs right away. No church.
Cindy uses
again.
Well, we watched it.
We watched it. It was good, and we donated.
And Cindy uses a ton of apps, but I plan out the platforms, create everything, and then schedule them.
That's
and
what I do.
Cinch their post. Throughout the week I'll go back and comment and reply. Yeah. So we're both commenting and replying on a bunch of stuff. And then her schedule is out schedule is pretty amazing.
I have 13 posts per day that go out per platform to the three majors, and then I send out 3 short form videos to TikTok, and then of course to YouTube. Then we do the live every night. We're actually supposed to be live on TikTok right now. We just haven't done it yet, so maybe we'll do it tomorrow night for the first time. Let's see.
Wish us luck.
Yeah. So
Cindy's in the game. Look at her.
So yeah, so we
I thought Cindy was a nurse.
I know she had a foot injury and she had
maybe she went to a nurse.
She probably did. We know some nurses. We know Bex. You want a private nurse? You just got to pay her a lot of money.
Cindy ain't got much titty, but I'm going to be a nudist when my kids are adults, so titties are fine. So you have to get used to it sometime.
We had nudists on the podcast. We're supposed to have the pineapple Professor Pineapple come on.
Yeah. He's because we have questions about the whole swinging thing, like. Who does the laundry? I got to come up with a list of questions. I got to come up with like a 10.
We got questions, and I must have fucked up my hashtags tonight because nobody is here. But I do want not nobody. The important people are here.
But you are you on the Twitter? Are we out going live on?
Yeah,
Twitter?
We're everywhere. We got 15 and 10. So shout out to all the folks that are watching. By the way,
they're all good.
Follow us on YouTube, please, because you can join the conversation. You can chat along with your friends. You'll be friends with the master haters. That's what we call it. People that come night after night. The most amazing fucking people in the world. The most non-judgmental, supportive, hilarious, brilliant people you will ever meet in your life. The master haters. They fucking wrong.
Cindy is laughing at the fact that I said she was a nurse when I was 18, but not now. See, I remember details of your life.
Your past, and he knows that he owes you a lasagna.
I do.
If you call me, I'll tell you right now. If you
I would go and make that lasagna so fast, make your head spin.
If you had called on Saturday, I have fucking tunnel vision when it comes to the fucking podcast. If you'd come over on Saturday, Doug would have fucking sprinted to Publix to get lasagna ingredients, and I would have been like, "Who's here? Like, who is this?"
Who we've never. She could come to the door. We know who she is.
No, I just when I get in the zone, I get in the zone because I have to. Because when Friday I had the whole eye incident and I had to sleep through the fucking podcast.
So I never even looked at our feed on Facebook. Only says we have 5 people because we only have 5 people watching on Facebook. Now our other feed it says that we have
5 people watching on YouTube on Facebook.
On YouTube.
No, sorry. On Marital Hate on Facebook. People are also watching on Stacy on Facebook.
And Doug.
People are watching on Doug on Facebook. People are watching Doug Twitter, Stacy Twitter,
our reach is far and wide,
hate.
folks. It really is. And thank you to everybody that played Jackbox last night. I know there were a few hardcore folks that hung in for some Jackbox.
Yeah, Court
night.
needed it. I don't, I'm a little worried about our friend. She hasn't been here, and I know Randy's going through some stuff, and maybe Nicole just hates us.
I know it probably wasn't in their area, but
kebab. Jeez Louise.
I know it wasn't in their area, but there were crazy tornadoes again. Like the tornadoes this year, and the devastation and the deaths. It's like I can't even watch. I saw
tornadoes. Do not recommend. Do not get one.
I am terrified. They're monsters. They're just absolute monsters.
Yeah. Well, so may peace be with you and safety.
Yeah, for sure.
Tornadoes. Frasier's trending. I have no idea. Like, listen, we just steal the fucking hashtags to get people to come to the podcast, and we talk about.
No, they're handcrafted.
We want to talk about current events. We just don't know what they are because we're old, and Twitter is confusing. So Frasier is trending.
No idea why.
Well, they were going to do a reboot.
They did a reboot of it, and I think for some reason I think it got renewed after its initial thing.
They also sell yachts. Want a yacht?
I can't afford a yacht.
Oh, and there's also
I think there's an I in
a specialty healthcare and inclusion services for autism, mental health, and disabilities.
I'm gonna get a job there. Frasier Industries.
I don't think that they pay enough, honey.
You don't know what they pay.
Go work for
it's
Frasier Yachts.
Lucrative.
Frasier Yachts. They're gonna need some design.
Fine. I know a lot about yachts. I know that most of them are white and they're getting taken out by killer whales. Money making idea. Killer whale paint for the bottom of a yacht, so it looks like a sexy killer whale. And
they're
like,
gonna want to fuck it instead of knock it over. They're gonna knock it over with the same veracity
they
would knock the.
And then you put like a little fleshlight on the bottom to accommodate the orca penis.
It's got to have to be a big fleshlight. Orcas have massive dongs. Hey, Jules, we can't see whatever you put there. Some sort of hieroglyphic, I hope.
What did you put?
I don't know. We can't see
it.
So if it's a GIF or a sticker, I think we can see emojis.
Look she had nothing to say. First she gets mad at us and has nothing to say. No, sometimes those things don't come through. That's right on the thing. Cindy says, you would know it's me if you saw me. I look like a hippie with a big ass hooker Jeep. And then when I talk, you'll definitely know. And then
potty mouth.
I should probably go spend time with my hubby. I got off work and jumped right on the podcast. I ain't even talked to him yet. I'm a terrible wife. Well, you better go talk to him because he's considerably older than you.
Tell him you were watching our podcast and there was like talking titties at the beginning of it.
Oh yeah. You were learning things about.
And you can, get you some. You're welcome. You can borrow my tits for 5 minutes if it will shut your husband up. You can put your titty in his mouth. I'm telling you, they're just happy to have any titty in their mouth. I don't know why. There's nothing coming out. Not anymore for me. In any case, you have a wonderful night. I think you should watch with your husband, hold hands. Actually, Courtney and her husband, Robert, play Jackbox with us on Fridays, each on their own phone in different parts of the house. Yeah,
Cindy and Mr. Cindy should join us on Fridays for the Jackbox. And Jules, too, if she's around.
Yeah, you should all come.
It's a good time. These people are messed up, though. Their answers
it's a fucked up podcast for fucked up people.
They
what
are
do you expect? So there's a Frasier spinoff, and it's a thing.
Yeah, there's a Fraiser.
Well, did I spell it wrong?
I spelled Fraser, which is another way to spell it.
But is that something else? Is it FR? Well, that's what was trending. That's why
maybe the yachts are big because people needed to get to Epstein Island or something on a yacht, and now the yachts are being called into question.
Okay, I think this is a different television show. I would love to watch Barbie cuss out Frasier and Zandy. Oh, it's Below Deck.
Oh, so it is a yacht.
It is quite yachting, apparently. Yeah. Okay, so we have to
get
caught up on Below Deck.
Yeah,
we'll get caught up. And
we're all about the Housewives of Atlanta.
We're still on season 6 of the goddamn Housewives of
Atlanta. And how many are there? Like 15?
We haven't even watched Portia get kicked off yet. Doug has spoiled it for us.
Yeah, and we also looked and see which one's got divorced.
Nene is hilarious.
And Phaedra.
There are a lot of interesting members of former NFL players in the Atlanta area that do not have a lot of respect for women. I don't like that. In any case, we've been watching it, and we need to watch Below Deck because we like Below Deck. Who do you like, Captain Sandy or Captain Lee? We might have to do a Below Deck MFA.
I think I like Lee a little better. Like I could hang with Lee. Like Sandy just looks like.
No, I like Captain Sandy.
Although, you know what? I do like Sandy because she came on the Buffalo Bills sports radio and she was promoting some stuff with for the Buffalo Bills. So she was wearing a Buffalo Bills shirt. So there I go. I'm going
Captain Sandy.
Yep.
Sandy. And by the way, when we win the lottery, we're all going together on a trip to see Captain Sandy. But if you're one of the people that's lurking, we don't know you're here.
Yeah, we don't know. You're
you
not
haven't
going anywhere.
commented on the thread, then we can't take you on the yacht. Sorry. Everybody else, we're going to yacht it up.
We often go through who's on the yacht because there's a certain number of people that can go on the yacht.
That's true.
And
we
sometimes like we like one of the couple, but not the other couple. And then we have to say, if we're bringing this couple, we got to bring that couple because they would get along.
I just thought of something. Okay. So we have a
Cindy's,
contest. Cindy's married.
Yeah.
Right. So
Cindy's married.
She
Yeah.
and her husband.
Sight unseen.
Courtney and Robert, even though they're not here tonight, they come. Anne has a sweetheart. He could come.
Yeah.
Or she could bring
her
twin
way around
sister, or
Greece.
maybe she's Zach's date. Maybe she and Zach, maybe she teaches him some things. My friend Zach is 22. Anne is a woman of a certain age, over 21.
29.
She's over 21. So I think that she could teach him some things. That'd be an option. But
I think anyone could teach him some things.
You just read him.
I did.
I learned a word.
Read.
That's what the Real Housewives were saying. But 10 years ago, it's probably not cool anymore.
You don't say that anymore.
It's
not even fire anymore.
It's dope. I never got dope.
Damn, that shit was
peers
dope.
were saying dope, and I was like, that's just dumb.
No.
So what was my point? We've watched a lot of Housewives, a lot of angry men in the NFL who do not respect women.
I don't know if they're angry. I think they're just none of them are playing anymore. So
we got
that's
3 NFL players who have not been respectful of women on the series.
On that series?
Yeah.
Cordell.
There was
Sam Smith or whatever his name
was. There was Horseface's husband. He was
and then Croy, who we like.
Oh no, Croy wasn't a dick. I'm not counting Croy.
Yeah.
Then the dude that said he was fucking Candy and Phaedra.
Yeah, he was
a dick. Yeah. And then Cordell Williams was a dick. Cordell Stewart was a dick.
Okay.
So I'm saying 3 dicks on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, all in the NFL. It's not a good look.
Yeah. All right. So what are your other things? Because you got
so the Frasier. So Frasier's not even the thing. Oh, we were talking about Below Deck.
Yeah.
Do you remember when what's her name? Did she get fired or she quit? I think she got fired. The little tiny one, she was a bitch and a half with a ponytail and her face looked like this.
Was she like the kind of like main person?
Yeah. She was the Chief Stew.
And then the hot chick with the accent was made Chief Stew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
she was all right.
Kate. Kate was her name. Kate. I was glad when Kate was gone. Fuck Kate.
I gotta look her up.
And then of course De Niro's trending. Apparently.
Oh, De Niro apparently
sweet baby Jesus.
had a little conflict with some Trump supporters.
So he was like outside the Trump building protesting. Like, how about like first of all, like let's if we want, like, and I don't care whose fucking case it is. Like, don't mess up the legal system with your fucking shit, because you know what argument can be made? Jury tampering, mistrial. So if you want him to burn in hell for all eternity for the crimes you believe he did,
he's already crying foul on that.
I am certainly crying foul on it as well. I'm crying foul from fucking jump, especially when you consider the fact that not one of the people who trafficked children on Epstein's Island has been fucking convicted.
That has nothing to do with this.
I agree with you,
he
but
did
that's
some shady ass shit.
The point is that the shady ass shit that you're claiming he did, other presidents did. This is a fucking witch hunt. It's a waste of taxpayer money.
We're not going down there because I will school you on that.
You will not school me on it.
I just want to say, Cheryl, hang on a sec. Cheryl's here. Just want to say hi. Go Bills.
You keep bringing up political stuff, and I never say a word.
I didn't bring it up. You brought up De Niro.
Actually,
and I said
I brought up De Niro,
Trump, and then you went off on a tirade.
No, I brought up De Niro, and you said some things about Trump.
No, I didn't say anything about Trump. You would start talking about jury tampering, and I said, "Oh, he's already going down that road because when things don't look good for Trump, it's always somebody's problem."
Go. So exactly my point.
So I'm just saying that.
But you can't be like.
But you're over there with your witch hunt.
Like,
with your witch hunt. And I'm gonna have an equal say here.
But you're cutting me off, so it's not an equal say.
All right then. All right, go ahead.
If you cut me off every time I speak, it's in fact not an equal say.
Well, go ahead then.
There have been a million times where I've sat here and bit my tongue. I've sat here and bit my tongue as you said things I do not agree with. But I let you say what you have to say without interrupting you. Okay. So if you could do that in the future, I would appreciate it.
Well, can I just share this, because we went in to grab some sunscreen at a store today, and I just thought this t-shirt just killed me. A Donald Pump. I mean, That is just plain funny.
I don't know who's buying that. Is it Trump?
I don't
buying
know.
it?
I
Is it
don't
Trump
know who is that
non-fan
gay
buying? Is it big with
Trump
the gays?
I don't know because he's in good shape, and I
idea.
don't know that it actually looks like him. It like looks like half him and then half bulldog or something. Kind of WWF kind of a situation.
Good for him.
I don't know what's going on,
I
but
hope
Donald
they make a lot of
Trump
money.
is hysterical, and like that just killed me today. Donald Trump, like who comes up with that? And yet some stores carrying it. Maybe joke's on me. I don't know.
So I also had from the beach today. Of course, you guys probably saw it on our socials, but I did crank it out right before. Oh, actually, I had to pull it down because I put the wrong one up. I'm having problems being a person today, boys and girls. Seriously, what happened to it?
I don't know what you're referring to.
A picture that I posted today of the ducks in the sand. So, so we actually have a 2-part duck story. So we pull into the parking lot. So those of you who don't know, people who have Jeeps duck each other. I have a text message. So people have Jeeps, they give each other ducks. Starting up in Canada, it's just a Jeep thing. You wouldn't understand. Or maybe you would. I don't know. I don't know what you understand. In any case, we came out to the Jeep and there was not 1, not 2, but in fact 3 little duckies. I appreciate little duckies. However, we had actually ducked a Jeep on our way in, and I got chatting with a guy, super nice guy, and he had ducked me with the it's like a 8-bit duck. I'm gonna try to pull it up now. He had ducked me, and as we left, and I had ducked him, he ducked me. He said, "Hey, did you duck me?" And I said, "Yeah, it was me." And as we're pulling out,
because he was off fishing off the bridge, right?
Is that what he was doing?
I think so.
Nice guy.
Yeah. So anyways, so in this parking lot, if you go over, they hammer you. Like
$150.
Yeah, $150. So we're leaving.
Caught a lot of fish.
And we see our pink flamingo duck in his window with that $150 ticket right there. We felt so bad for him, and there wasn't much.
Honestly,
we could do about it.
if I had the money, I would have given it to him. I just felt so bad. Like, poor guy's just fucking doing his thing, and that's a lot of money. 100, and hopefully maybe he can talk it down. Maybe leave town. Nobody will know. I don't know, but $150 is a lot of money.
Maybe it's a rental, and he can just say, "All right."
What is fucking Cheryl's back in New York?
Yeah, they go back and forth.
Training camp, and she.
She probably is.
She give
I think they have
Josh Allen a little shoulder rub.
I would love to go to training camp. That would be.
Let me ask you a question.
What's that?
You can go spend the entire season with the Bills. You just hang out with them all the time. It's your job.
Yeah.
You get paid well to do it. Like, $200,000.
Yep.
You get paid $200,000.
$200.
But your job
is
to rub out any tension that any member of the team may have in any area of their body.
I'm not skilled for that. I would not want that job because I am not skilled in rubbing out any tension.
They just want you to blow them. They just want you to blow them. They just want you to.
No, I'm not. I don't know how to do that either.
But you could learn.
Oh, I'm going to learn.
Yeah.
Those guys.
Home field advantage. You would be good at it.
No, those guys have been like star athletes their entire life.
I'll tell you, don't think they've been. Dick. He can't even brush his teeth without gagging. So he's not.
I do. I like. It's a weird thing, man.
But you're good with your hands. You could learn to give a hand job. You know how to jerk off, don't you? Give hand jobs to the Buffalo Bills.
Why do you make everything sexual? I'm a fan of a team. I like the team. I root for the team. I'm from the area. I like the area. I like the fan base.
You worship at the Allen of Josh altar. You worship at the altar of Josh Allen.
Yes, because he's awesome. He's double super awesome, is what he is.
And so, if you wanted you to toss a salad, you wouldn't do it.
I'm not going to do that. I would say, Josh, I'm very flattered, but you can do better than me. You're really going to want a 58-year-old. I'm almost 60.
How many times have you used that line on a guy?
What's that?
You can do better than me. Although I actually meant it once. I said it to someone I broke off an engagement.
Yeah, but you've been engaged like 28 times, something like that.
No, I've been proposed to a lot. I haven't been engaged a lot.
You've been engaged enough.
We get comments.
Yeah, we got a lot of comments. So go Bills. Tom's laughing at. I think he was laughing at Donald's bump. Still funny.
Tom, there was like a whole thing with my boobs.
Yeah, you missed
there
that.
Was some flashing.
You might want to go back and see the beginning of the show because it was pretty damn funny. Although he might have seen it over on the Instagram because the Rousers were over there.
There's just so many things wrong with me.
So then He says, "You are a dud and knows what dudes like," but she meant dude. So if I'm a
No,
dude
he's
and I know
kind
what,
of a dud too.
what are you talking about?
You have your
I'm the
moments.
most exciting person that you know in the
This
history.
podcast is all you have going for you.
That's pretty much. And these
I don't
shells.
know. It's pretty awesome.
And this phone.
and this bell.
And that bell.
And this fan.
And this wife who
this
can't even
box of
control her.
tissues, and this sunburn.
I hope you
spray.
guys have seen the movie The Jerk, because
you
he
haven't,
just takes his
shut
remote and his lamp.
If you have
his
not
dog.
seen The Jerk, shut this podcast
Oh my God,
off
The
right
Jerk
now
is such
and
a great
watch
movie.
it. Pretty much the best movie ever made.
It's up there. It's where the guy says "dying milk face."
It's actually
it's
funny.
such
'Cause
the
I
best-
don't think we ever got to All in the Family last night, and
We know, no, we never did get to All in the Family.
So we didn't
You
cover
asked
our
him about that,
hashtags.
and we didn't cover tonight's plethora of.
Well, I'm working on it.
All right. All
So
right. Work it.
so De Niro, I just would like you to acknowledge my point about De Niro, that going to the steps of a courthouse to protest during a court case.
I don't know if he went to the I don't know.
He was
any-
there. He was outside the
He
building.
was there, but maybe he lives there.
But
I
here-
don't know what
but,
he did.
But
All right,
come
go ahead.
on,
Go ahead.
come on.
I don't know.
he was there trying to deliver a message. He got into it with the MAGA supporters. My point is, if I'm anyone, I have something better to do than go stand out in front of a fucking Trump trial. First of all.
Yeah.
Second of all, if I'm a fucking Hollywood actor, I am going to have things that are better to do than stand in front of a fucking Trump trial. And if I'm a fucking homeless person with nothing better to do all day, I still have better things to do than stand outside of a Trump trial. But if you have a strong opinion about a case, you do not want to influence it because you're in a position where you're going to get a fucking mistrial. It's just stupid. Whether you agree with the trial, whether you agree with De Niro, that's not the point. The point is stupidity. And there's a lot of it in the fucking world.
So are you saying that De Niro is a psychopath?
I'm not saying De Niro is a psychopath, and don't.
I like words like psychopath.
I understand that you do,
people
but
invent those words.
I think that what you have to realize is that if you're a celebrity and you're taking a stance in a highly publicized case, that the possibility, even the mention of jury tampering, like it was going to be out from the get on this case. You knew that. You always. This is why I'm so honest, and also like I have a mild form of Tourette's, I guess, or maybe I'm autistic. I don't fucking know. But if you're honest all the time, there's nothing for anybody to call you on. There's no grand secret to be revealed. You don't have to cover your ass. You just be real with people. So that's what I do. Sometimes it works. Sometimes I horrify the entire internet. It is what it is. Some people hate me.
I just remembered a clip I saw the other day. There was this rando dude standing out, this old guy, like a beard, scraggly, like hippie looking dude. And he was screaming, "Where's the porn?" And he's like screaming it at the Trump trial. And it was just so random.
It's great. And
it had nothing to do with anything.
And I would like to see porn as a rule. I mean, that's just how I feel in life. There is a lizard there this time.
No.
There is a lizard there this time.
Fine. I'm going to go with my lamp.
Well, if you put your lamp, it's going to scare the poor fucker.
Well, it's not an owl.
No, but it's a lizard, but he's our friend. Maybe he likes the podcast. Sorry, guys, there's a lizard. I think it's the gecko. There's no lizard.
No, there was never a lizard.
Well, move that Coke thing. See what happens. I saw him the other night. Well, tap it. Or tap the lamp. Why are you afraid?
Because he might come running and grab me in the face. Remember, he used to come out during the podcast?
We used to watch him all the time, up and down the podcast. Okay, so we have, I don't know if we have any
more porn.
More porn. Listen, I'll take porn.
You never watched porn.
Meant dude. Trace Platty, the pansexual polyamorous platypus.
He says,
I appreciate your honesty. I think it's part of what kept me coming back. This is my first podcast.
Oh, look at that. I have a couple podcasts that
I'm sorry.
listen
Can you
to
put that up so I can
right?
take a screenshot? Because that makes my day. Yeah. Wait, hang on. Aww. Make a smile. Okay. We're stealing that, Platty. Thank you very much. That means the world to us. You have no idea.
And then Tracy says, Platty, same.
Well, she actually said Platty, the pansexual polyamorous platypus.
Yeah, it's too much. It's
Well, Platty told us he's on a 90-day. He can't change his name quite yet, and he may change his name. And if he does,
what if his real name is like Michael?
I know his real name. It's not Michael, but it's.
Would you tell me if I guess it?
I can't tell you unless he wants people to know.
It's okay.
It's a good name. I like his name.
You know what? like I respect the name. I respect the love for Platypus, and I love the fact that he knows things about him. He backs it up with his words. It's all good. All right, so you
Okay,
wanted
this
to
is
show
actually really funny. You'll see why in a second. So,
what's up?
so
People driving by on their bike on the
So
phone.
we I meant to send this out on Canva, and we were having problems with Canva all night long, and so I had changed this
Yeah, hang on.
to say we got 3 ducks at the Jeep, but I forgot it when it saved down because Canva kept crashing.
Right,
it didn't save the text.
Yeah.
So it actually says hanging with Muck Sticky, Hookah Bob, and Bonsai.
Which one's which? I wonder.
Well, I'm gonna go with
I think
Muck Sticky's probably the cute little one. Hookah Bob's the big blue one on the right, and the
other one's
Bonsai's
Bonsai
the
guy, yeah.
Bonsai guy.
That's good.
I don't know.
But those are the 3 ducks that we got on our Jeep.
Yeah,
at the beach today. It looks like
Our
that's a
friend that got the
volcanic
ticket.
ash beach, but it's really lovely
it's
beach.
the most
The
beautiful.
water
beach.
today, that you can see by the color of water today, was outstanding.
But can you imagine you're on the beach, minding your own business, Doug's up doing something in the car, and I've got these 3 ducks, and I'm bent over, like my whole ass is up in your face. I feel bad for the people on the beach. But anyway,
some people pay money for that on OnlyFans.
we're gonna have to. We're actually seriously considering put a camera in the pool, and I'll just swim around all day.
Yeah, what the hell do you care?
And then Trace says, "LOL, that's great, right? It was great. I actually have a few stuff from the other night that I wanted to show you guys too. But let's finish the hashtag. See what we've got. James Woods is trending. Probably something political, if I had to guess, because he's a conservative and quite vocal about it. He usually speaks at the Republican National Convention or is involved in some way, shape, or form.
Don't know.
James Woods shared this quote: "I'm 28 years old and I still haven't been lucky enough to experience the racism and oppression that LeBron and Oprah experienced that made them billionaires, or the segregation that made Obama president." Ooh.
Yeah, I don't think you can say that.
So that's what he said. I mean, I mean, this is a black man that said it. So I think he can. I think he can.
I don't think you can say that.
I think if you're black, you can say whatever the fuck you want. I think they've earned that.
Those 3 people.
Like, listen, I would give you 40 acres and a mule if I had it, but I don't. So you can say whatever the fuck you want. But everybody else can too. Sorry.
I'm going to say this. What? Those 3 people are remarkable and worked incredibly hard and are gifted because I'll say LeBron is gifted and a half.
Yeah, but they have been vocal about what they believe was racism and segregation and so forth, and to the point where, and of course, I don't know that John Lucra, who is the man who actually originally posted this, I don't know that he's only 28 years old, so he's growing up at a very different time, but I do believe that there are people in this world that that have experienced probably less racism than most. And I'm talking about people that are from affluence, because the reality is we have far less of a race issue in this country than we do of an income or asset issue in this country. Because the reality is there's rich people and they are completely different than you and I. The rest of us are all pretty much the same, regardless of color.
But here's the thing.
Whatever.
The fact that those 3 people excelled at whatever they did.
But that doesn't mean, but they're not talking about them excelling. He's talking about that they have expressed that they've dealt with a tremendous amount of racism in their lives.
I'm sure they have.
I'm sure they have, but the point that this young man, who is a young black man and has the right to make it, is that these people have over dramatized the racism that they have experienced for the sake of their own benefit. And do I think, listen, if you want to use racism for the sake of your own benefit, then fucking knock yourself out. But the problem is that people do that. Like, they'll grab onto something that pulls at people's heartstrings, like racism or sexism or homophobia or whatever it is. They'll implant themselves in the cause. And then the problem is that they're like, oh, this is racist. This is that. They get upset about every little fucking thing under the sun. And then when something like genuinely happens, because the world is cried over and over again, it's suddenly ignored. So I can see where he's coming from, I think that no one. I can see where he's coming from. As a young black man, I believe he has the right to say it.
He has the right to say it. However, we all have the right to agree or disagree with it. Again.
So, do you believe that any of these people have leveraged the word racism or their own stories about racism in America to their benefit?
I'm going to answer that. Question. I'm going to answer it in two parts.
No, have they or have they not?
I don't know that LeBron or Oprah or Obama.
So you don't think they
use that as some sort of ploy to gain
you don't think
business favor or political favor?
You don't believe that in any way, shape, or form they use it as an asset?
All I know is LeBron. That motherfucker built a school system for people. Oprah built a school in Africa and is a self-made person. And Obama went to fucking Harvard.
But no one is discrediting.
And made himself from a single mom.
No one is discrediting their accomplishments. There's nothing about their accomplishments here. So you're bringing up an entirely different topic.
Well, here's the thing. I haven't been lucky enough to experience the racism and oppression that LeBron or Oprah experienced that made them billionaire.
Yes.
The statement is all wrong. It's the racism didn't make them billionaires. Their hard work and gifted.
But you're missing his point. He's saying that these people utilized oppression and rape. Like just while you don't agree with the point, I understand. Let's just make sure you understand what he's saying. What he's saying is these are people who use this racism to their benefit in becoming famous or successful. They use it to their advantage. And by the way, they would be foolish if they didn't. However, there's telling a story and relating to Black America and your Black experience, and there's playing the race card and inflaming racial tension in a country for no other reason than your own personal gain. Because I assure you, the people up here benefit from racism and segregation, but everybody else suffers. Because we should all be friends. We should all be supporting one another. And the reality is this young man is pointing out a world that is very different than his. And he has questions and he has a right to ask them. I would be afraid to ever voice such concerns, but I do believe that these people use those things to their advantage in a way that harmed the Black community. That's my belief.
I couldn't disagree more.
Okay.
I could not disagree more.
You're entitled to disagree.
I would.
You disagree.
I think if you believe that they used racism as a vehicle to attain their
as a tool.
Yes, I do. Yeah, I don't.
By the way,
I think as a white person, I don't think we can even begin to appreciate.
But
a daily dose of as he said, segregation or racism or
I've never said that. I can understand
oppression.
It. I cannot understand.
I can't understand. So I am not going to comment. In support that kind of speech.
But I'm explaining what he's saying, and I can see that he has a point. I see that he has a point.
I don't think he has a point at all. I think he's way off base.
If I were in their shoes, you have to, listen, my background's in sales. As a politician or a salesperson, because let's face it, that's what they are, you have to find a way to relate to your audience. And so they tell stories like how they were raised by Puerto Ricans and they were raised in the Jewish community and so on and so forth. I believe Biden has been raised by everyone in the world.
Scranton, Pennsylvania.
But they do that in order to relate to people.
Yeah.
So if I want to get the Black vote in America, and if I want to get the liberal vote in America, I want to lean as fucking hard on that as I possibly can. And I believe they did. And I know that you don't agree with that, but this young man says his life has not been the life that they've had. And I think I don't discredit what they've been able to accomplish, but I do have questions about the way some of it was achieved. I have some very big questions about some of the
honestly don't know how LeBron James reaches the heights of probably in the top 2 or 3 basketball players that have ever played the game, and how this guy thinks that racism and segregation caused him to be successful at it.
He didn't say that. He said utilizing those things to his advantage. I've explained it like 5 times.
Okay,
we're not getting anywhere.
You don't have to women-splain it to me. I can read it myself.
But
I'm just not agreeing with you.
I understand you don't agree, but I don't think you understand. He's not saying they didn't accomplish this.
Put it back on the screen.
Oh my God. I would like to move on.
I would like to too. Believe me.
Great.
I'm 28 years old and still haven't been lucky enough to experience the racism and oppression that LeBron and Oprah experienced that made them billionaires.
Yes, because they used it to their advantage.
How did LeBron use it to his advantage? He was a high school phenom.
Okay, so we don't agree about this. You don't understand where the man is coming from. You don't even.
No,
see his point.
I don't.
That's fine, but there's no reason for us to.
I see his point. I don't agree with it.
There's no reason to continue arguing about this. You've said it 6 times.
Okay.
Can we please move on?
Fine.
Thank you.
Well, all right.
You're gonna keep going?
No, I'm not going on about it. Let's go to the next thing. Fucking James Woods. Just saying, he started the whole thing.
I don't think. Oh, James Woods was the person who started the whole thing. Bruce Willis is trending. I am genuinely afraid to check because he has been. Everybody's checking their Twitter to see if Bruce Willis is okay. Saw Bruce Willis trending, had me scared. I don't know what the hell happened. Somebody please tell me. What? Stop, everyone. Stop. Oh, somebody posted a picture seeing him like this is fucked up. And I don't know. What's your favorite Bruce Willis movie? Or Moonlight? Moonlighting? Was that what it was called? Moonlighting?
Yeah, it was. Wasn't he in Look Who's Talking or something like that?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say something like that. What else? What else?
Okay, so
I know he was in Pulp Fiction.
So Die Hard, Sixth Sense was unbelievable. Moonlighting, I remember watching it as a kid. Pulp Fiction, he was good in Pulp Fiction.
He was good in Pulp Fiction.
But I gotta say that what's his name?
But he wasn't as good
Oh,
as Travolta or Jackson.
Walken steals every
Walken was
fucking
amazing,
movie he's in.
Walken's too good.
Detective Knight, whatever that is, Assassin, Paradise City, Wire Room, Wrong Place. What?
This is
previous. Vendetta, Corrective Measures, Fortress, A Day to Die, Gasoline Alley, American Siege, Fortress. He was in a great movie called The Color of Night where you see his penis. Do you want to see Bruce Willis's penis?
Not really.
It's in the first half hour of the movie.
Color of Night.
Yeah, he swims in the pool. There's transgendered people, intersex or trans people before there were trans people. And DID. And
DID?
Car accidents. It's like the something identity disorder. It's the they used to call multiple personalities.
Okay, all right. Yeah.
Die Hard, all those movies that are related to that. I don't know any of these movies. Glass, I remember in Glass, the Lego movie, Airstrike, Death Wish, Acts of Violence.
He was in a movie called Rock the Casbah.
Rock the Casbah, Extraction, The Prince, so many. Sin City, Looper, Moonrise Kingdom. He was on Friends. Nike, The Black Mamba, Cop Out, Surrogates. What just happened? The fucking Nancy Drew, Planet Terror. I remember in Planet Terror. He was in Grindhouse.
Sin City. He was in
Ocean's 12.
Rugrats Go
Whole
Wild.
9 Yards. Jesus, just everything. He's been in everything. He was on Ally McBeal. God, he was on Mad About You.
He was in that asteroid movie with Affleck, right?
Oh, Armageddon.
Yeah.
How that's not even showing up here. But he's done a Hudson Hawk. Look Who's Talking.
Hudson Hawk.
Blind Date. He's done it all. Wasn't Blind Date? Was that with what's her name? Kim Cattrall?
No, that was
Mannequin.
That was Mannequin. Kim Basinger was in that one.
Okay. Well, anyway, I hope
with John Larroquette from Night Court.
I imagine he's getting the best treatment that you can possibly get, and I hope he's
I hope he's feeling the love. Whatever, it's terrible what's happened to him.
Our pictures today were from Sanibel Beach. We went to Turner. We go to Turner almost every Thursday. Second half. There's 2 halves.
I've been feeling your arm over here.
Yeah.
You are sunburnt because it's like radiating.
I'm telling you, this shit is fucking magic.
Yeah, you got to buy this stuff.
Solar Recovery. Actually, I'm chatting with someone on TikTok right now. She uses it. I have all these videos I want to make for part 2s at TikToks, and I haven't even gone there yet. Maybe we have time tomorrow. Okay, so we also have Soul Man is trending, which all I could think of is you could not make that movie.
Could not make that movie today.
You can,
however, hysterical.
You
could not make that movie today.
I actually and I have a couple of other things, but Vin Diesel is trending, and I learned something about Vin Diesel today that I was really impressed with. So Vin Diesel, of
His
course,
real name is Harold.
is it really?
No, I just made that up.
Vin Diesel, he's from he was in all the Fast and the Furious movies, and he was in Triple X. I don't know that he's been anything else. He's pretty much done Fast. He came out the gate with Fast and the Furious, as far as I can tell, and just kept going. I don't know why I just closed IMDb.
Yeah, but he came from somewhere else, like originally, didn't he?
So he's done. I believe it was Fast and Furious was his first role, but let's look. Guardians of the Galaxy, Fast and Furious, Triple X. I love Triple X. I don't know why. Probably because I had a huge crush on him. Riddick. He did The Ropes, Fast 5. So that's one of the. He's been in the Riddick movies, and he was also in.
His real name is Mark Sinclair.
That's funny. He was in Hitman. I thought he was in something else too. I know he was in The Pacifier. Why is this not showing up? This is just weird. Where's The Pacifier? Why does The Pacifier not show up on his IMDb page? That's fucked up. He was in The Pacifier.
Oh.
So, I mean, he did a little song and a dance. It was cute. So, I actually know somebody who met him and like basically tried to start a fight with him in New York City because he like got out of his car. He's like, "I'm the king of this city," and my friend's like, "Who the fuck are you?" And well, this person is definitely not my friend, was probably never my friend, but that's the story. So I read a story about Vin Diesel today that I really did appreciate.
Oh, what?
So I know he has a very close relationship with Paul Walker's daughter, and tries to be there for her. And of course he was devastated by Paul Walker's death. And I saw a clip. Paul Walker went on set one day and pretended to be Vin Diesel.
Oh, that would be funny.
Hilarious.
That'd be a little funny.
But the this is what's interesting. He and his baby mama split up. And he was like, that's cool. You stay here with the kid. I'll get an apartment down the street. And,
Bless you.
And didn't want the kid or the chick to suffer at all.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I don't know a lot about him.
Well, he's done some movies.
But he's done some movies, and I don't know. I'm not big on that whole the macho man, unless it's the Macho Man, because I love the Macho Man.
Oh
Randy
yeah,
Savage. Oh yeah, snap into a Slim Jim.
So Soul Man is trending. I have no idea why.
I'm gonna look that up because I would like to know.
But so when they say Soul Man, I don't think it was James Brown. I don't think it was it wasn't our friend Blowfly, because he's been dead for a while.
Soul Man is still trending, it says. The
Soul
official
Man
Soul Man. Apparently, it's some sort of.
Oh yeah, they were talking about making a sequel to it. Of course, they talked about the Blues Brothers debuting on SNL.
Oh my God, the Blues Brothers! That movie was so good.
46 years ago today, the Blues Brothers did Soul Man on SNL. That's probably what it is. But
that
everybody's
movie,
talking about the movie.
The Blues Brothers movies. If you haven't seen it, one of the great car chase, car wreck, everything. It was. And there's Kathleen Freeman's in it, who we like. We've talked about before. Ray Charles is in it. Aretha Franklin's in it. Duck Dunn and Steve Cropper are in the band, which they backed up Otis Redding. It was fantastic. First time I saw a movie, I did not like it. Second time, I just laughed my ass off the whole time. John Candy's in it. John Candy, and he has the best line probably of any movie ever.
What's that?
Orange Whip. Orange Whip.
I don't know what that means.
They ordered drinks, and he wanted a round of drinks. So
right. Can I just ask a silly question?
Yes.
This is a ridiculous question, but I just have to ask.
Yes.
If you were black and you were running for some sort of public office, you're trying to have a public forum so that you could make a lot of money off your public forum.
Yes.
Would you use racism to your advantage?
I would not use racism to advantage. I would use my heritage and and makes people. I would have a sympathetic upbringing to the people of color.
It's a simple question, yes or no?
I would do. Yes. I would. But
okay,
yeah, I'm not going to use race. It's not racism that you're using. Okay, you're using your experience.
I just wanted
as a
a yes or no. I got my yes or no, and I'm glad to move on from that. So I had some other stuff that I had meant to pull up last night that I never really got to. Although I don't know, our friends, you guys are just the fucking best. Like, I just love you so much. I don't even know how to say it. What did I just do wrong? No,
I don't know what you're doing. You're taking screen grabs or something. I don't know what you're doing.
No, control. How do I undo?
I don't think you can undo what you just did.
Escape.
She's not
a person, really.
Tracy's favorite is The Guardian with Bruce Willis. I don't know if I've ever seen that one.
Okay, let's try this one more time.
Select all. There you go. No, just hit open.
Okay, I can't show all of them, but we're going to try to do this. I've got a couple things I wanted to show you guys that I've been saving up for you. Saving all my love for you.
Whitney. Here it comes.
Okay. So apparently there are gay characters in Mario Kart. Maybe we should save this for Pride Month. But
maybe.
But and by the way,
what
Doug has something so cool planned for Pride. I'm like so excited about it. And
I'll work on it.
By the way, Trace, I need you to establish who the master haters are because we're going to add the master haters to the credits on the pod. And you can add it on your resume when you apply for a job. Maybe you say I'm a master hater, and that will get you a good job at Taco Bell. And Birdo is a pink bow-wielding creature, yada yada yada. So
why did you remove that?
Because I don't want to have it on the screen the entire time.
Okay.
A pink bow-wielding creature who is considered the first transgender video game character. Koopa Troopa, the trans man who dishonorably discharged from the military. Wario is a sassy, messy, polyamorous bottom.
How do they know he's a bottom?
Listen, this is from AI. Yoshi is a tender, non-binary lesbian.
Yoshi is?
Yeah, Yoshi's a lesbian.
I thought you...
Then Lakitu is a sweet, nerdy pansexual who has a crush on straight girls. Donkey Kong is a late-in-life gay with a child.
Wait. I don't think Donkey Kong is.
And Bowser is.
I don't think Diddy Kong. I think it's his nephew, like Fonzie and Chachi and Spike.
They adopted him. He adopted them. That's what they say. He's the nephew.
Yeah, but why? You don't.
Not everybody wants to give a baby to a single gay man.
Hang on a second.
So he has to pretend it's his nephew.
Hang on.
Some people.
Donkey Kong, no tail. Diddy Kong, tail. I think Diddy Kong has a tail.
Yeah, one's a gorilla and one's a chimpanzee. It's ridiculous.
Chimps don't have tails. Apes don't have tails.
Or it's a monkey.
Hang on, I'm going to look this up.
Okay. And then Bowser is a late-in-life gay who kidnaps Peach for his child. But some say his obsession with Peach is due to her gay icon status and not love. Oh, much like Cher. Just saying.
What is love? Baby, don't hurt me.
That's Cher. You're singing Calloway, not Cher. No, where did I find you?
Whoa.
Then we had another fun day on the internet. I had saved this weeks ago just because I thought it was funny as shit. Ignore the woman's name. She did this whole tirade about how people don't know how to drive, yada, yada, yada. And she says, no, my name is not Karen. So anytime somebody goes onto the town page to fucking complain about on town pages to complain about people's driving, I always say, I really don't understand why people don't drive better with so many informative Facebook posts. And she liked my post and wrote, because they don't care. That's the ones they need to get. No, okay.
Right. Those
I'm not trying to hurt your feelings, lady, but I assure you that is not what I was saying. What I was saying is, why the fuck do you bother posting this? Get a therapist. And then of course, I had posted that not everyone likes our podcast. That's not okay. We don't like racists because we had a racist come on the show
a
couple of times. And we called her out the other night and she ran for the hills.
Ran away.
Anyway, she hate watches us. Yes.
All right.
Hate watchers.
Still a watcher.
Still counts as a viewer. We wish they would engage more though. So yeah, the comment was libtards think every word is racist. These two look like the snowiest snowflakes. Wow. Hang on.
Oh, but you didn't read your response.
I said, well, one of us gave money to Obama and the other is a big anti-big government, anti-government activist. So pick your favorite. Valid point. And then, of course, the comments on our video, we find humor in the inappropriate. Our laughter may be a problem, but it's a problem for the world. And K-Sack told us that not everybody needs a podcast.
Not everybody needs a podcast. That's pretty rough. That's pretty
and then
rough.
I asked them why they would say that and asked them if they went around being mean to people for no reason.
We have a couple comments. Let me just jump in. Journey with Jen's Faves. Hey, caught you live.
Woohoo! Hey, Jen.
Nice.
I'm so glad you're here.
Welcome.
We're wrapping up, but
And
I'm glad
Cindy's
you're here.
back. Cindy. Oh, I'm sorry. Jen's fave.
Guess who's back?
Cindy's
back,
kind of
back,
bad news. You
back
might not want to.
again,
Yeah.
Again.
And Tracy's laughing about Taco Bell. Cindy missed a big fight. We had a big fight.
Yeah, we had like a whole argument. You should watch. Well, maybe
It's all
not.
right.
Freddy Krueger and 10 others are following us. I think Jason Voorhees,
Ooh,
Pinhead,
I don't
they're
want
all following us
serial killers.
because you know why?
watching us.
Because we're juggalos.
Oh,
Whoop
well,
whoop.
maybe.
You're supposed to say family
Whoop whoop.
ninja.
Some ninjas.
And then this came up the other day. This might be my all-time favorite. I'm sure you both cheat on each other. Not my cup of tea. Well, we don't
I don't
have
know
time.
about
We're together all the time, unfortunately, unless one of us is having some sort of an affair
Yeah.
while the other one sleeps at night. And of course, I get a nice comment from Becca. She said that, bahaha, you guys are couple goals, which made me feel better because everybody else is really fucking mean.
Yeah, apparently, they're with the cheating and
Jeez
that's
Louise,
terrible.
people.
And then we had somebody comment the other day that we should have a podcast.
Oh, yeah, we do. They were like commenting on clips from our podcast.
From a podcast saying we should have a
pod-
podcast.
Do people think it's not a podcast because we do it on video? Because Rogan does his on video. I only watch. I don't like to just listen to Rogan. I like to watch.
You know what we should do is have like a big sign podcast, like podcast in progress. We just put it up.
A lot of people have stickers. They say Marla hate a fucked up podcast for fucked up people.
We gave some kid was
a duck, and I should have given a duck to the other kid. And I
so the
didn't
kid was
fucking think
crying, so she gave him one of those like little Jeep ducks that
no,
she
but it
gave
was
to
the
the guy with
brother that was
150.
crying. So I should have given him 2 ducks because I had plenty
That's
of
right.
fucking ducks.
And
But I gave
so
the
we
dad
gave the
sticker.
dad a sticker. So we don't know if we don't.
And
know.
I need to mail out some stickers. I need to package up some stuff. Maybe tomorrow. We really need to have a meeting, and we really need to sit down
We
and
have to
discuss a
meeting.
priority.
We have meetings in this house now. We meet now.
We're trying. We're just trying to make this happen. We're trying to make some money and make it happen.
But
and
it's
make
all
you
good.
guys have a good time.
But you guys, you guys come night after night. You guys are the best. So,
By the way,
wait. Journey with Jen's fave said, should we just call you Journey Jen? I was called talentless white privilege. LOL. Oh, we all have. Yeah, I'm a white man. I am the worst kind of white.
I am
privilege.
talentless and I'm white, but not so much with the privilege.
Mm.
If I get the privilege, I would be happy to take the abuse
Look,
that comes with it.
You got government cheese when you were young.
I did get government cheese, and I lived in Section 8 housing,
Mm.
and I was removed by the state several times. I'm like,
Mm.
white trash.
Yeah. Well, no, you're not white trash. Jen is great. We'll call her Jen from now on.
Jen is great.
Yeah, we like Jen.
Well, listen, we call Platy the
Platy,
pansexual
yeah.
and polyamorous platypus.
We could just
So we could say Jen's entire business name and
no.
help her
She said Jen's good.
journey with Jen Faves.
I
Well,
want to know what journey she's on.
I think she's talking about traveling, and we would
A
love to
travel
travel. We
journey.
would love to travel.
Very good.
Do you know any places that would pay us to go stay there so Doug can perform his music? Because that would be great.
I'll
actually,
learn my keep,
For those of
but
you,
I'm not playing any Billy Joel.
For those of you who do not know, my husband Douglas,
I don't like Billy Joel.
he hates Billy Joel. Yes, he'll tell you that all day
But I
long.
did just
He's
put
like
out
a
an
rare
album.
form of Tourette's that revolves around him saying that. But my husband Doug just released his first album at 58 years old. Yeah, he's an old motherfucker.
58 years young.
It's on YouTube, Facebook, Spotify, Apple
Amazon.
Music,
You can buy
anywhere.
Amazon, Apple Music.
In any
You
case,
probably-
I'm
yeah.
sharing that link for you guys. It is a link to Doug's album. I would love it if you check it out and give us a thought on it. It has made $3.87.
Yeah, we're doing all right. And you can't get the check until you break $5. So help me get over the hump. I'll get that $5. I'm gonna frame it for the wall. It'd be very nice. And from what I hear, it doesn't suck. That's
It's
what I've heard.
fantastic. You guys, honestly,
Although a
I'll be
couple
listening
people,
you've had a couple of people that are assholes to you make snarky remarks because they can't say anything that nice about
Exactly.
anyone about anything because they don't want you to succeed.
Mm.
They don't want anybody to be happy with them. They see it as a competition.
Right.
The way we see it is if we blow up, you blow up.
Hey, look.
Especially the master haters are here night after night. What are we going to do?
I have $3.87 I didn't have before, and I brought joy to millions. Well, 3,000 people that have listened to it so far. That's not so bad.
Okay. And then Journey says, nice, I will check it out. Woohoo. And then yeah, and if we can support your business in any way, we'd love to help
Yeah, yeah.
people. Mark Calvin is here, and I'm trying Matthew Calvin.
You know, he
that's-
was a friend of
Hookah Bob.
Hookah's. He's
I
a
don't know
good
where
man.
the fuck Bob
He's a
is
good
tonight.
man.
I hope he's okay. I mean, he's
Oh,
probably on the mic or
and
something.
Nicole stumbles in late for class.
Jesus Christ,
young
it's
lady.
9:49. What were you doing?
Craziness.
Moon.
Thanks for coming back, Matthew.
We're
We
glad you're
appreciate
here.
it.
Matthew, we're so glad
And-
you're here.
And Jen
Nicole.
says my hubby says that about anything he loves. He says it doesn't suck, aka fantastic. Because when
Yeah.
things do suck, it just that's why it
I gotta
sucks
tell
the
you-
life out of you.
So I had two really good things. So I made friends at the beach, of course.
Yeah, of course.
And
Friendship
I
for
tried. I
everyone.
didn't really find much in terms of shells, but a few. But I was out there floating around, and my lymph nodes were just pouring. Like if you took your faucet and turned it on full blast, put your ear next to it, that was what I was hearing the whole time I was in the water.
You sure it wasn't the ocean
it
waves?
felt like I had tits under my armpits when I left this morning. Feel my armpit. No, like push on it.
It's like a honk. I
No,
thought I was
it's
doing like a
not.
honk.
No, there's nothing there.
No, that's good for
Usually
you.
it feels like
Yeah.
a tit. And then my neck is usually, but it just drained and drained and drained and drained.
So it was
I
a
should just-
therapeutic trip.
I think I just need to sit out there every day, all day.
Randy brought some of my stuff up here and also put donut tire on my car. Oh, that's
That was
nice. of him.
very sweet
That's
of
very
him.
nice.
Why didn't your other friend put the donut on the tire the other
Well,
day? That's crazy.
she's asked him for enough stuff. Just
Wow.
saying.
Okay.
The
Well, I'm
friend.
glad that you have people that are supporting you. We love
right.
you, and
Yeah,
we wish
yeah.
we could help in some way, but
But
we
you're in
can
Minnesota.
entertain you.
You're in Minnegoddamn Soda is
we
where
can
you are.
entertain you. We're entertaining. Don't you find us to be entertaining?
I think sometimes we're entertaining. Yeah, sure. But yeah, no, we're happy that everybody comes, even if you're late, even if we're always happy.
Even if your mother dresses you funny, we're glad you're here. By the way,
Ooh.
we are dressed funny usually.
Are you kidding?
I had
should
a
see her.
problem with, and I have the lip gloss still.
Yeah.
I had lip
it's
gloss
not
on my
good.
tits. I took my shirt off.
She
on
took
the
her shirt off
podcast.
on the podcast.
That's
It was
my shirt
craziness.
from yesterday. There's just clothes laying everywhere here, and I am absolutely exhausted, and I do have a little bit of a sunburn.
Matthew says we're sometimes entertaining. I'll go with that. Sometimes we're entertaining. Sometimes we're inappropriate. Well, a lot of times we're inappropriate. And,
I'm never inappropriate. I have
and
no idea what
most
you're saying.
times there's a lot of chit chat, which is good.
Yeah.
But sometimes we bring the funny. I thought the first 5 minutes of this podcast tonight with your talking boobs
Oh
was
yeah,
probably one of the funniest things I've
Matthew.
ever seen.
I'm just gonna tell you right now, you're gonna want to watch like the first 5 minutes of this podcast. I literally use my boobs to talk.
It was pretty like very
You got-
Ace Ventura
So you
situation.
don't understand. The problem is we're inconsistent. We have ADHD. We could be funny at any minute. So funny that you pee yourself. In fact, it's been so funny. I've peed myself 2 times on the podcast. I've in fact peed myself 2 times on the podcast and a little bit today when I sneezed. So I grabbed a tissue and I reached up my shorts and put it on my cooch. Just a little bit of pee. Yeah, you have 4 fucking kids.
Wait,
Twins. I had twins. There were 6 pounds.
Matthew.
6 pounds
Matthew
for
says I have to back it up. I was being sarcastic on the sometimes.
Oh well, maybe. I don't know. That's
Yeah,
okay.
but that's good because then you made us explain
Listen,
ourselves, and I thought that was kind
we
of
were
funny.
just talking about how much we love hate mail. So you
Um,
can love us or hate us as long as you pay attention to us. We need
That
validation,
was
and
funny.
mostly in a financial
So,
sense. Thank
so
you.
Nicole says ask the husband to do it, and she didn't. And then it was nice of Randy to do that. I appreciate
Yeah.
it very much. Mr. Sarcastic over here. Cindy says that'll be future content during the week. And he says
Probably.
snot spraying laugh, which is good. And Jen says inappropriate and entertaining are my favorites. I think this describes my day job. I want to know
Oh,
what
I
your
want
day
your
job
day
is
job. Sounds like
inappropriate but yeah, this podcast, there's nothing appropriate about this podcast. I'm probably the most appropriate thing
I forget-
about this
my friend-
podcast, and
have a
I came up with the menstrual diamond, where you take
the
your
menstrual diamond, menstrual tanks. He's obsessed
Yeah.
with Menzies. I will tell you that on a regular basis, people are like, "Oh my god, I watched your podcast," and I'm like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry," because like I say
Horrifying.
shit, and I'm on drugs. I'm on marijuana.
Oh, wait.
It's not my fault.
she's a police dispatcher when she's not being a talentless social media content creator. I think you have plenty of talent.
I think you're very talented, and
look-
also that's interesting. You should talk to Tracy. Our friend Tracy's got all like the degrees and training in forensics, so you guys
Yeah.
should be friends.
You could talk about police stuff, and
Oh my god,
So-
Tracy would fucking whack off to that. She would. She
Yeah,
would.
well.
Would turns her on.
but I would say when you
I would
when you say talentless social media content, no, because
We've been doing it. It's killing us.
See, we're doing original content. I go
all
and,
original content.
and here's some guy's
everything.
wife mouthing the words to some comedian's like joke. All right, so you're taking someone else's joke, you're mouthing the words to it in like a tight t-shirt, and you call that content? No, that takes zero talent. That I'm you
well,
know
even just the scheduling of it and dealing with the different platforms, and
that's- well, that takes
it's a lot. And so listen, if you're out there and you want to be a creator, jump in with both feet and fucking do it.
Yeah.
If you need any help, we'll tell you what we did. We'll
And
tell
we'll
you
bring
what
you on
went
this
wrong.
podcast
Like
and
we'll love to support
No,
you.
we're
gonna
gonna bring you on this podcast. Cindy will tell you.
But it's a lot of work.
Yeah,
it is
I
a
think
lot of work.
She already has her name, so she's on her way. So
And she's right. You can schedule them out, which we do. We schedule all of our videos out a week in advance. We schedule all of our clips out a week in advance. The last night on, we do every night, but we have a template, and then the thumbnail we do every night. Everything else is done at the beginning of the week, and then we just do social interaction and all day long.
and we're happy to help your content as well as
we're happy to help
we're happy
anybody
you're
with their business, or anybody has a story that you just want to be like get your 15 minutes of fame.
Yeah, 15 minutes. Yeah, it's not really fame, but and Cindy says I need to talk to Tracy.
Tracy's
LOL.
fucking awesome.
Tracy knows how to
love her.
dispose of a body.
But
She's like Dexter.
But here's the problem. And I hope, Jen, I hope you don't have any health issues. And Matthew, I hope you don't have any health issues, because everybody else here has some massive fucking kind of health fucking problem. It's ridiculous. Listen, our thing is like, we're here, we're hanging out. It feels like we're hanging out with friends, right? And of course, you guys have become our friends, pretty much our only friends, because we hate everybody who doesn't watch the podcast.
Except for that little snot spraying Matthew. That guy.
I do love him. I will say, I was talking to my friend Andrea, and Andrea I know Andrea from the Situate Republican Committee, and from our community. She's actively involved in her church there, and she's an amazing grandmother and mother, just a fixture in the community. Her husband actually recently spoke at the Memorial Day ceremony in Situate, gave the most beautiful and incredibly moving speech that you could possibly
have heard. He was a nom.
He was 2 tours, and they they have 4 kids and like 100 grandkids. In any case, she watches the podcast. She's not a big commenter, but she watches. I'm like, oh my god.
So Cindy says that she's pretty sure any true crime junkie knows how to dispose of a body. I think you're belittling Tracy's. Tracy's like hold her beer. But yeah, no, you're right. The people, I don't know why people love that stuff. And so Jen says I got the COVID this week for the 9th time.
Oh shit. Tracy, I want to talk to you about the fucking Casey Anthony.
But what we could do is tell Jen's about our favorite natural medicine, which we are not sponsored by, but we use this stuff called Monolaurin that is unbelievable, and it is really good, and we feel anything coming on, we take it.
Natural antiviral, antifungal, and antifungal, and viral fungal antibiotic made from coconuts, same active ingredient as breast milk.
We're sorry you're sick, but
take it.
Monolaurin, MONOLAURIN.
I would get the Ultralaurin off Amazon. It's like $50, worth every penny. Take it 3 times a day. 3 times a day.
3 times, yeah, we're good. Oh, I almost deleted her thing. Did you forget? Hogs eat it all. The best place to put a body. Don't be a Dexter. And then the Casey Anthony, oh my God, don't get me started. And Cindy ordered it, and she's waiting on it. So look at that.
It's magic. It's fucking magic.
Jen says, I'm a walking pharmacy, but I'll look into it. Yeah, you have to.
This stuff especially if you've taken antibiotics in the past, especially if you have a chronic health problem, especially if your diet sucks. Monolaurin even has probiotic properties. I'm telling you, this shit is fucking magic. How many people?
Oh, also bitter melon is good for those spike proteins too. So
yes, bitter melon is excellent for treating COVID and spike
proteins. Look at me knowing about
things. Get the liquid and take 6 dropperfuls a day. You can take them all at once or throughout the day. Bitter melon. I actually on my personal Facebook wall I shared that article. Take the bitter melon along with and order on Amazon. I'll get there tomorrow, or you can send somebody to Anna's or whatever, and then get the Monolaurin.
Yeah,
trust me.
Monolaurin's good for How
many people have we been like get Monolaurin, get Monolaurin, and then they finally do it?
Probably pretty close to 100 by now.
Well over 100.
Probably,
well over 100.
Because I know people. Well,
I just walk up to people in the grocery store. And I'm like, "Do you have Monolaurin at home?"
You know what? Like you sneezed. You know what? You need the Monolaurin because it works so well for us, and like it works well for the people that we tell it about.
Well, it's basically like how like people are like you can use white vinegar or baking soda or lemon juice or like
it's
there's
like
all these things that are like they do so many amazing things. Monolaurin is one of those.
There's certain things in my life that are like life game changers.
Monolaurin was one of them.
Sonicare toothbrush is the other one. I'm a big fan.
Sauna is another one.
This stuff here,
life changing.
Solar spray when you have a sunburn. Boom. No, like it's so good.
You see this fan? This fan that we bought off Amazon? Not life changing. It's mediocre at best.
And Jen's, I'm going to look into that. It sounds like something out of Star Wars.
Oh, I want to show you this.
Oh, a caboodle.
Oh, they're pellets. Don't chew on them.
Yeah, don't.
So I showed you guys this last week. Caboodle. I don't make any money from this. It's just like a little tiny caboodle. Remember the big ones we had in the 90s?
I don't know what a caboodle is.
It's like a fishing.
It's like a tackle box.
Like a tackle box. Okay, so I have filled it with the makeup that I wear night after night on the podcast, which includes, and it's actually more than what I wear every night, but it's like the stuff that I would normally wear. So it's got.
She doesn't just roll out of bed this gorgeous. I got to tell you that.
No,
much.
I don't. So it's got 3 different eyeliners, 3 eyeshadow sticks, brow mascara, concealer, mascara, white eyeliner. This is the thick eyeshadow liner, heated eyelash curler, nail clippers, lipstick, mascara, one of these little zit picky tools. You should have one of these. 2 other eyeliners, an eyeshadow, a foundation primer, and then 2 multi-sticks, all in this little kit. Fits perfect.
And Matthew asked,
$13 well spent.
Do you really follow me on YouTube? Yes, we really follow you on YouTube.
I think so.
Yeah, I just looked it up. I pulled him up.
If you follow us, we follow you back.
He's got shorts. He's got kids in a basket. He's got dirt bikes. Oh, this guy is some fun, right?
I like your truck. You need
he's got a truck with a
Matthew. Can you snail mail me your? Can you email us at maritalhate@gmail.com or DM us however you choose to DM your snail mail? I'd love to send you some stickers for it. Oh, what a beautiful family. Oh, I love this. Oh,
that's good stuff.
By the way, if you ever need to paint something, don't went to art school.
I went to art school. I can make anything disappear. I can make a body disappear if I just paint it like the floor.
Cindy says, "Girl, you don't need makeup. Go natural." Okay, so what I have on right now is eyeliner, mascara, brow
and
stuff,
sunburn.
Brow stuff and lip stuff. That's usually like what I wear.
But you're about the low maintenance.
If I do not wear, so look at how light my brows are. If I don't put stuff on my brows, they're completely clear.
She's like albino.
Same thing with my lashes and my lips. Everything's just completely clear. I'm half Irish and half Portuguese. Well, Irish, Scottish, English, and German on my mom's side. Portuguese on my dad's side. And I'm just pale. I don't look like a person. If you look at old videos, oh my God, I look deathly. And it's really, it's hard because I'm just like a mascara and lip gloss out the door kind of girl, but on camera it's worse. And of course, there've been a lot of negative comments made by women about my looks. And I'm just doing my best.
We gotta go back a few comments here. Cindy says, I'm an oil freak, completely obsessed with essential oils.
Oh
yeah, you should come over.
I have every oil doTERRA carries on
except for a couple.
Rack.
Yeah,
I don't have Melissa, and I don't have.
There's a couple of like the really expensive ones.
There's Melissa, and there's one other one I don't have.
Porno Freak. You don't have that one either.
That is not one.
Jen says, I love my electric toothbrush. It's an event every time. I'm telling you.
Use it as a vibrator.
Oh,
I know somebody that did that.
Oh. We got to skip over Matthews because we already addressed him. Girl, you don't need makeup, and then I do mascara once in a while when I feel like death.
Are your lashes completely clear?
Ooh.
Honestly,
lashes,
all you would see on my face would be like this. And wait, hang on.
And like that, yeah, like nothing. And sometimes you don't feel well a lot of times, so that affects your color.
I hate like sometimes I'm bloated down here.
Cindy, you come over here when you were surprise visits. You might want to dress yourself up.
Girl, why
nobody wants to look at that.
By the way, it would be amazing if you guys just came over and got in the fucking pool one night on the podcast and come right on.
Yeah, we wouldn't even say anything.
We had one night we had a man in the pool.
We did. We had a guest and we didn't tell anybody. And then he just swam by, and our friend Donna was like, "There's a man in your pool." And we were looking right at him. We pretended we didn't see him. But what Cindy's point is you are beautiful regardless if everything was completely clear. Like if you were completely see-through, it'd be weird because then I'd see like blood.
You would be so bummed out that I didn't have my uterus, or you couldn't like observe the menstruation as it occurred.
I'm not that into menstruation. Believe me. I just invented a menstrual tank, and women everywhere should be.
It's 10:04. Everybody needs to go to sleep.
We do.
What are you guys grateful
for? Jen says you two are great. I got to run though. Early shift tomorrow. Enjoy. I hope you feel better, Jen.
Yeah, we hope everybody's feeling healthy.
Let us know about your socials. Maybe we could give them a promo and et cetera, et cetera.
Oh, by the way, John is home from the hospital. If everybody could just say a prayer for Donna now, because he seems to be doing fine, but Donna's really fucking traumatized, and I can't blame her.
Yeah, no.
Thank God he's okay, but geez, that poor woman can't get a fucking break. So I'm praying for all of our sick people. We're going to do our gratitude. Tell us what you're grateful for in the comments right now.
So Cindy says, don't tempt me. I don't swim in our pool, but it would be a fun surprise visit and just jump in. Well, I don't know why she
Why
doesn't
don't you swim in your pool?
Does she pee in her pool? Does she know something we don't know? Is she going to give our...
Do you have
she's going to give us...
communicable disease?
She's going to give us pool herpes or something.
Is that
and then Jen gives us our praying hands. So that's
thank you. Appreciate
kind of awesome.
it.
Yeah, come on back.
I'm grateful, of course, to all the people that are watching us on the podcast tonight.
Yeah,
and all the support. I thought we had a good time tonight. I think everybody else did. But we'd love to know what you guys think we could do to make the podcast better. As you know, it's all we've got.
We're working
you're all we
we're
have.
trying.
We're trying to make this a real thing, and it seems to have become a real thing, and we want to make it better and better. We want to be able to do things to support the people who have been with us from the very fucking beginning. You guys mean the world to us, and we want to bring y'all up with us. So that's the goal. So if you're a creator, if you have a small business, how can we help you?
Yeah, bring it on.
And if you can share, like, follow, subscribe, maybe share some short clips, tell somebody, hey, you fucked up. You should watch this podcast. Fucked up people. We'd appreciate it. But also tell people that they shouldn't watch it because it's not for anybody. So anyway, Platty, Vicky Gillis, we love Vicky. Daniel, Cynthia, Linda, Cindy. Of course, we had some folks over on Instagram that I lost a long time ago. Sorry. Debbie Atwood, Cheryl, Jules,
was here earlier.
Cindy, Tracy, Ann, Matthew, Nicole, Courtney, New Jen, who am I forgetting? Platty. Is that everybody who we're forgetting? I don't know who we're forgetting. Donna was here briefly.
Yep.
And Kristen, and congratulations on the new baby. I'm forgetting somebody, I'm sure.
And Tom Milmore was here.
Little Tommy Milmore.
Yeah. So
we love you guys.
Cindy is foot doctor tomorrow for Cindy for her, and wish my son and I luck. Pulled his Achilles and been in a boot for a month, and I have an infection again. Yeah, we're gonna send some vibes your way.
They're gonna laugh at you if you tell them about Monolaurin. Still, take it 3 times a day.
She's just weird and doesn't get in bodies of water very often. I had a weird fear of water in my face. I have a fear of drowning, but that's
I can't swim.
I still got into
our pool is pretty shallow. I can stand in the whole thing. You have to be on your tippy toes, but you can.
And then Platty says, I'm grateful for my father. I got a card from him today. That was very nice.
So sweet.
All I did was text my sons. That's all I did.
We told them about...
Matthew says, what's the story behind the ducks?
Well, we're going to go to bed, but...
Is there a background thing for ducks?
Yeah. It started in Canada. A girl put a duck on someone's Jeep as a joke one day and was kind of like taunting him.
And now all Jeep people...
Spread like crazy. We all duck each other. So yeah, it's a Jeep thing. So, you wouldn't understand.
Maybe he does understand. He hadn't heard about it because he lives a good life of spray painting cars and riding dirt bikes.
Yeah.
Please tell all the good vibes this way would be wonderful. Yes, absolutely. So I am
sending good vibes to everybody. Yeah. I got to tell you, it's funny because I talk about, I'm a big energy person and I can always feel like energy coming out of places.
It's a good crowd.
And I felt like we had kind of a negative vibe at different points tonight, but I felt a lot of love coming from the world. And I feel a certain responsibility that to make sure that we always handle our discussions in a respectful manner. And that, I feel like it's like how we feel about Kim and Corey. From the Real Housewives of Atlanta we love the Real Housewives of Atlanta, but we can't believe Kim and Corey are breaking up. We don't want to believe it. We want to think that they're going to do their divorce to get back on TV so that they can pay their bills.
Yeah, we hope they're together because they kind of.
He's
really good for her, and
they remind me of us in some ways, but mostly because you wear wigs.
I don't wear wigs. Okay, this is a hairpiece that has been glued on, and I have to go and get it re-glued. At some point in the future.
And then of course, Cindy says it's just an act of kindness, like a Jeep duck it. Yeah, I like all the Jeeps. I duck them all, but I don't get out of the car to do it. I do it at traffic.
Yes, sometimes I'll jump out.
You're there. I'm like, you want to duck?
Doors, so it can be just like, boop.
We throw them in people's cars all the time. I missed once, twice. No, oh my god! I took a duck, threw it at somebody while we were driving down the road and ended up in the back seat.
It went like as soon as it left her hand, it was like gone. And then later we found it in the back seat.
Crazy.
Yeah. And actually I got out on Del Prado once to retrieve one that bounced off of somebody's car.
Well,
and then we gave it to him. So anyway, I am grateful that we had a beautiful weather day, very productive day outside of that. And this podcast was fantastic tonight. Lots of different people, lots of new people. Matthew's back, which was fun. No hookah Bob tonight, but I'm sure he has his reasons. I don't know if he can be hanging out with us all the time. Like I don't know if that's good for his
wife is probably getting annoyed that he's with us all the time.
But yeah, he did make some social posts today, so we know he's still alive. And I will say this:
He was doing a lot of stuff.
he was doing. And I got him some artwork today. We're trying some stuff. And he has a potential guest for us. Super helpful dude. He's part of the family now. Grateful for everything. Like just everything we did today was a good time, and I'm just grateful for all the things that I have in life. How's that?
Grateful for going to the beach. I'm grateful for making friends there. I'm grateful for coincidences. I'm grateful for all the love we were receiving from people in the world.
Mhm.
I'm grateful for the community that we've created. Pat myself on the back. I'm grateful that they are just the fucking coolest people on the planet, and they inspire me to be better every day. And I'm thankful for my friend's brand new healthy grandchild.
Grandbaby. Yeah. That's good stuff.
I'm grateful. I talked to my friend Christina today. She had a good weekend. I'm grateful for that. And of course, we got some props on the Cape Coral page the other day. That was really nice.
Yeah.
And the girl from Ford's Garage, Jamie, that we like, the waitress. She's like my age.
Oh yeah. We like her.
And she said that we were like the nicest people.
We
tip well.
We try to be nice.
No, she thinks we're nice, and we tip well. So nice people tip well.
You know
want
what?
people to think you're nice, tip well.
Well, that's being nice. There's a difference between
exactly.
making people think
I'm not
you can
expecting-
make people think you're nice, but to actually be nice is
well, you can make people think you're nice by tipping. Just
That's true.
tip.
That is true.
You can buy them off. You can buy me off too. Tip me, and I will believe you are nice.
But I don't know what happened to Trace. She didn't tell me what she had for dinner. Did you fall asleep?
She wasn't feeling well. She actually didn't know she was going to make it to the
maybe
podcast
she didn't even
also.
have dinner.
I believe she did.
She always gives us gratitude and tells us what she had for dinner. It's
and
always
we look
something
forward to knowing
like
what she had
really
for dinner
good.
because it gives me the munchies because I have the munchies right now.
Yeah.
I love you guys so much. Thank you so
You guys
much
are
for
the best.
coming. I'm grateful for Doug. I'm grateful for our day on the beach. I'm new friends, all the good stuff, technology, that the Jeep's running great, that we're winning the lottery tonight.
Beautiful weather.
Boodle. Just love everything. Love and life.
And we
love
have you guys to look forward
Can't
to
wait
every
for
night.
tomorrow. We're going to get back at it again.
right.
Bust our asses.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow.
You too, motherfuckers.
8 o'clock. Aloha.
Love you.